Well, guys, we've reached that point, you know? Endgame time. I, at the moment, don't have any Coke or Dr. Pepper or any kind of beverage beyond just a basic water right here. And, not that I'd have any of that stuff as my, favorites thing anyway. My probably favorite choice of beverage is pretty basic shit. I do like the, Starbucks goodness. That shit is peak, you know? But maybe for the final episode or whatever, when there's a cut, because this is a long video, there will be a beverage of choice, a fizzy drink, a soda of some kind, you know? And yeah, we are at this point. Final video. Final video for Steins Gate. 5 episodes. I do believe the 24th episode that I questioned in the last video is actually just the OVA. It's just titled as episode 24 for some reason. I don't know why, but it is. And yeah, so we are doing 19 to 23, and we are going to complete the cycle, the full circle that is the story of Steins Gate across 2 seasons. Last time we really got our, big shit, Leskinen. He's sus. He is the villain. He's the bad guy for this story, Not a big surprise there. But we're at a point where we're kind of forcing ourselves to, retread old roots, as we are going to more than likely finish the phone wave this time, because last episode, Kagari, Suzuha, and especially Mayuri Shina died. And you know the rule of thumb, when Mayuri dies in Steins Gate, that pretty much means we are going on a loop of infinite possibilities. And it's going to be interesting. So, assumption is we're going to spend most of this episode, if not the entire thing until the finale of it, in the current time period. We're going to, get ourselves reactions, obviously do our thing with Mayuri and Suzuha being dead, and then at the end of the episode, we're going to complete the phone wave since it's currently not completed, and then we're going to do our thing of either going back in a 48-hour period or, either that or just a bit different amount of time. I've not been really paying attention, so I don't know exactly how much the last set was one day. I don't know if, say 16 to 18 was all in the same day. I wasn't really paying attention to that too much there, but I think at least 17 and 18 are the same at the same day. So we'll be, going back to from those days, because obviously Okabe is going to want as much time as possible to do this. But we do have some things to do, obviously. Stop Suzuha and Mayuri from dying, save Kagari, figure out the fucking equation to actually reach in Steins Gate, which, again, Leskinen, great irony. I really hope that comes up, where Okabe just kind of clicks off of his idea. It's like, oh, we make it look like the time machine was fucked, even though it wasn't. We make Kurisu look like she died, even though she didn't. That typical stuff that we know of. And, obviously, we need to revive the most important character in the story, Hoin Kiyoma, And, I don't know what's going to happen, what's going to click in Okabe's mind to make that happen, but it better happen soon, because my god, do I need some silly names. I need Maho to get her fucking name in this story, It's going to be some stupid shit like Lolly Girl, or it's going to have something to do with the fact that she's really short, because, that's just how Okabe does his naming shit. But obviously it can't be Mini Maho, because, well, Okabe doesn't use actual names in his lab names, so probably something Lolly, or, Lolly something. But we'll see. We'll see. Okabe, Daru, he gets very hard at Maho. And we might even go back to before, the date of Yuki and Maho anyway. So, we'll see. But yeah, either way though, guys, I'm really excited for this. I hope everyone gets their, time to shine in this, because obviously, last time, a lot of stuff of just the main core cast right here. Daru, Maho, Suzuha and Mayuri, but obviously you've got others as well. We've got Moeka, we've got Mr. Braun, I almost said Luca, which is Ruka's Japanese sub name, Rukako, and Ferris. I do want them to be involved in this, because as I said before, the kind of big thing about Steins Gate Zero is that it's kind of a collective team effort from everyone, not just Okabe, to actually reach the end point. And I'm really excited to see it. So yeah, guys, without further ado, let's begin episode 19. Okay, guys. We're really here. Episode 19 of Steins Gate Zero. 3, 2, 1, and play.
And we're back with live ongoing coverage of a breaking story. An alleged terror attack right in the heart of our city.
Yeah, they shot a fucking missile, for God's sake, in Japan.
The station and Chuodori are closed.
Tell me, are these attacks still happening as we speak?
That's unclear at the
That's
moment.
insane.
But say the perpetrators are at large and possibly
Leskinen failed spectacularly.
Government officials are strongly urging citizens in all 23 wards to seek shelter and remain indoors until the situation.
It's basically the
is
same
under
amount of
control.
damage though that like the Alpha, time travel ship did to the radio building, which is pretty funny. Mayuri though, we need a good end for Mayuri, you know, because like the end of the last episode was actually tragic, hoping she'd find her lover, which we know is Okabe Rintaro. Love this shot, very subtly different. Yep, determination, baby. Man, we still gotta find that equation, the way to actually save Makise Kurisu and reach Steins Gate, man. We're not even there yet. Oh! And then these three, which are the least relevant characters ever. I guess Judy could be part of that too, because she died. But we would be reversing that, to be fair. Stay part of the algorithm. Yep. We need our beloved Kurisu back. Oh, and that was, oh god, that was Mayuri's message, which is further tragic. We actually got this. There is no God, wonderful new world. You are no god, Leskinen. You fucking American. Disgusting. Disgusting.
This is reality, right? Not a dream?
Yep.
It is. I can't believe it. They're both dead.
Yeah, you lost your daughter. I didn't
There's
like.
still the possibility they made the jump.
I didn't think of Daru
The
there.
time machine had already activated, hadn't it?
You saw the missiles hit. We all did.
Yeah. Parts of the machine were there.
Is it true you haven't finished the time leap machine yet?
Yeah, that's correct.
How long will it take?
And we can't just stand here. Let's get to work before it's too late.
He's finally back in the
Time leap
game.
machine can jump up to 48 hours into the past. That would give us plenty of notice. We could save both
I
of them.
don't know how! If I did, it would be complete.
Crap. And all data from Kurisu's gone.
How, but I have no idea. She would have finished it long ago, but I've struggled from square one, and that's the damn truth. I understand what the stakes are, but I can't do it.
It's okay.
I know you can. Please don't give up.
Enough of your bullshit!
What
Bro.
are you talking about?
Maho has been giving it all she's got, especially since she found out why Suzu has been trying to change the future. But
come
you're
on,
the one
Okube.
trying to stop us. You! And now you're telling us we shouldn't give up? You
For
should
real.
have been supporting us all along. If you had, then Mayushi might still... Suzu might still be...
Well, that's what we're doing now, man. Kurisu. Okabe. You're the
Let's
man.
just take a step back. We don't have time to be arguing amongst ourselves like this.
You're the only one with memories of
Okabe.
Kurisu making the damn thing.
I need you to describe everything you recall about
Yeah.
Kurisu's process building the
Seriously.
time machine.
You
Tell me the supplies
helped
that
her,
she
for
used.
God's sake.
Do you know how she managed to send the memory data?
I'll have to think about it.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's the one question I didn't want to have to ask. I wanted to figure it out on my own. But now,
Oh!
we no longer have
Damn,
time to
that
indulge in
slapped.
my pride.
We'll reach that end, man. Like, in theory, it doesn't even matter how long you take. Just, you fix it, they have the solution.
You did?
Oh, God.
Yes.
Okabe goes back in time, tells them the right method,
Use the LHC to create a mini black hole.
gets created
We
quicker,
compress the memory
we go
data
back
to
every time.
36 bytes.
For real?
I can see how that might be possible. But theory and actuality are two different
We're bringing
things.
CERN into
Daru has what
this.
it takes to achieve it.
Think you can?
We'll see.
He did it
But they
once.
don't call me super hacker for nothing.
In some world line, of course he'll do it again.
Problem is, this microwave doesn't seem to be nearly as stable as the other one.
42-inch CRT. It has to be turned on. That's the only way this machine is going to work.
But why would a CRT fix?
Because it does.
Because of the electron gun?
That's it. The solution the three of us discovered in the end.
What chills, we're really doing this. We're really doing
Hey, where
this.
are you going?
Oh, I'm hard.
There's something that I need
But
to
who wouldn't
verify.
be?
If anything comes up, call me right away.
Mr. Braun,
I think the signal interference is gone now.
I
so-
assume. This
Verify
music,
what?
this triumphant
We
theme.
don't have time to speculate. And I think we're gonna need some help.
Who?
Hey,
Uh-huh, where have you been all this
what's with all the
time?
noise up there? I seem to recall you going on about America and Russia before. Is there something going down?
Oh, yeah.
It's too late. We can't stop it at this point. But still, I'll make sure the two of you are safe.
Hey,
Damn.
come back!
I know, right?
Is everything gonna be okay, Daddy?
Yeah.
Of course not.
But bro's shit in buckets now. I know you work for CERN, but it's time to put some faith in this fool.
I never doubted Susan. I knew what she told me was the truth. And
Oh
yet,
wow, they are, yeah, all
it felt
here.
like some distant future, not an impending doom that would come this quickly. But now
I know.
understand.
Again, you thought you had 20 years. So you taking a piece of the time machine?
No dead in the wreckage. At least no civilians. Only soldiers.
I'm actually not sure what he's doing up there.
Ready?
A little more. But don't quote me on that.
Hi, you two.
So what are they trying to do?
We need to do this as a collective.
But I do know whatever it is, they'll need snacks, meow.
Okay. I'm just gonna raid every shop we could find.
Kinda help?
When there's trouble in Akiba, I don't loaf around, I always lend a hand.
Yeah, she owns half the
Send
place.
me out to lookout duty and told her to report back
Oh
to
my
us.
god, in that outfit as well, that's insane. They really on cooking duty.
But it feels like something's missing. Like someone isn't there who should be. And it's not as lively or fun.
This is what she wanted. The
I just
entire
walked in.
lab
We
working
did. I
together.
haven't actually hacked anything we're after yet, but at this rate, we'll have what we need by morning.
Wow. All-nighter,
I see.
for sure. It's not just my Yuri's smile we're fighting for this time.
So, can you tell me where you went?
Oh,
The
this
radio
theme.
building. Suzahan Mayuri's bodies weren't found among the wreckage.
Ah,
What
that's
do you
it.
think that means?
The obvious, that we can't be certain our friends are dead, and there's still hope.
Oh,
That is
Doesn't that make you happy?
fair.
yeah.
Like,
I came to
are you
tell
gonna-
you that once we hack
do
in
we need to confirm
successfully,
one way
the
or
time
another?
loop machine will essentially be done.
That's great.
But look, even if we complete it, we won't know whether it works or not unless someone tests it.
And obviously,
We ran into the same issue when Kurisu
the only
finished the
person
other
who
one.
has tested it before.
We felt hesitant to use it. Luckily, it worked exactly as we theorized.
That's only because it was the one she made. Mine might fail.
But you know what you're doing.
Maho,
Aren't you confident in that?
come on.
No, not at all.
Why wouldn't you be?
Because I'm nothing like her. I'm Salieri, she's Mozart.
Oh, this in theory already
So
complex.
please convey this sacred message to the one whom I respect the most. I've always considered myself to be characteristically mediocre, unlike yourself. It was only you, the one whom I strove to emulate above all, because I have never had any shred of doubt. You are the one true Amadeus.
That was her.
It was Amadeus's final message. Remember the one that we discovered on At Channel?
There's no way she was referring to me.
Wrong. I was definitely talking about you, ma'am.
Oh, hi. You're alive.
That's right. Look down.
Oh. Oh.
You mean you're okay?
Have you been okay the whole
The
time?
professor froze my data. But I suppose that was only temporary. Before I knew it, I was here.
Daru,
What?
earlier.
We have
When he heard
Kurasu's help
Amadeus'
then.
data was moved, he started searching for it.
He was doing that while trying to hack into CERN?
Yeah, that's a walk in the park for him. Knowing it would help you was an added motivator.
Hell yeah.
Wow, aren't you the popular girl?
Oh yeah.
Up!
Don't say that. You're adorable and you're sexy.
confident.
Okay, calm down.
You have no idea what we're even talking about.
Love the hair.
Nevertheless, whatever it is, you can do it. I know better than anyone. I'm Kurasu's memories, yeah? Trust me. You can.
Kurasu would never doubt you for a second, Miss Maho. So yeah, this end episode's definitely... Keep the TV on, please. They're really having him help. That's insane. But I guess at this point, very little options for Mr. Braun anyway. And because, you know, he's a nice guy. All-nighter. So we're probably going to end episode with, you know, the phone wave and the leap and God knows... Oh, why does her hair look red? God knows the exact point we're going to go back to, but it's enough.
Is it really you?
Huh? What was that?
Hair's way too long to be
Nothing.
Kurasu, man.
Sorry.
What do
I
you
must have
mean?
fallen asleep.
I'm not surprised, considering you've been working non-stop for the last 2 days.
2 days.
How's it
Goddamn.
going?
It's finally complete, at least in theory.
Deja vu. Anyone?
Are you really gonna do
Load
this?
region of deja vu.
Yeah.
Even though you were adamantly against it?
I made a promise to Kurasu that I'd protect this world line because she sacrificed her life so that everyone else's could be spared. But now I see that wasn't ever true.
You two must have been so close. I can tell how
yeah.
important she was to you.
Yeah, they made out quite aggressively and possibly
Amadeus
banged.
means loved by God. The name suits her. Kurasu is Amadeus.
Yep. In every world line, she is like the
Very
loose
soon,
mother of time.
I
How
will
many
use
people
the
can
phone
say
wave
that?
real name TBD to leap into the past. I thank you, my comrades, for your unstinting devotion and your perseverance in this noble quest.
But they've already spent 2
Amadeus?
days. That's most of the 24-hour or the
What do you want? I
48-hour
was napping.
leap.
You saved us. For
The
that,
fuck
I'm
do you
grateful.
mean you were napping?
The post you made. If we hadn't seen it online when we did, we never would have finished things in time.
What? But you ended up helping me out recovering my data. And I'm just a system
That's
anyway.
beside the point.
You've been a main
Curse.
character.
Huh? Yeah? What?
My sincere thanks. I hope you know you're a worthy lab member.
Aww.
Enough already. Just get on with it.
This? Are you
No,
embarrassed?
not in the least.
Yeah, finally you get to tease the AI.
I will never give up. Though I may fail 10, 100, or 1,000 times, I'll stay the course.
Yep.
I'll devote my fraud existence to this pursuit if I must. I care
Fraud
not.
existence,
I will hold
man.
fast. For Suzuha and Mayuri. Kagari, too.
This is I hate it, but I love this theme so much, but it's always playing at the most depressing of times, but
This is
right
it.
now we're good.
The first attempt.
I think it'd be better to just I think it'd be better to just remake it again, but quicker this time, because if it's been 2 days, you've spent most of that time just
Where am I?
making it, right?
Did it work?
What the hell? Where are you?
It's 3 in the afternoon on July the 7th.
Is that enough time?
This is good. I should still have plenty of time.
So it worked.
Whoa there, champ.
What's the matter with you?
Leskinen's computer. We must hack into it immediately. Then locate Kurasu and Hiajo's Amadeus data and delete it all, plus the backups. No time to explain.
What on earth are you
you talking about?
It'll snuff out the spark that ignites World War III. Do as I say.
Yep.
So we have to finish the time leap machine. There's a possibility we'll require it.
Hold on.
Is this what I think it is?
Yeah.
Yes, I came from the future, and I did it using the time leap machine.
Wait, that means
Yep.
you figured out how to finish it. But
Yes,
how?
you
What
did.
do?
And it feels worse again because we've lost our current Hajo and Daru and
We
everyone.
have to act fast.
Wait, Ocarine, how is that even possible?
You're about to witness it. Phone service will go out for all of Akiba in a matter of minutes. So you two need to use the wired network to find out where Amadeus' data is hidden. And no matter what happens, do not go anywhere near the radio building. Promise me.
Yes.
The radio building. Why not?
Suzuha and Mayuri are on the way there as we speak.
So you really are
Yep.
from the future.
Yep.
You and
It's
Daru
real.
captured
Time
how to make
travel
your
is
way here. So
real.
please just do as I say and remain in the lab until I get back here safely.
Is he saying that this starts World War III?
Yep.
Seems a bit far-fetched, and yet...
It's real. Proof already.
What's the exact time it all began to happen?
You need
Did Suzuha
precise
and Mayuri get to the
moments,
radio building?
precise
I can't
times,
remember.
to the minute.
It feels just like it did back then.
Oh, I love black, but how I wish you were in white right now.
Sensation growing as the moments pass, tightening around my throat.
Put that lab coat on.
Be a dream, but it's not.
You feel naked without it.
Experiencing everything in real time. I'm living a nightmare, one whose horrors are already known to me, but there's no respite in that. Knowing makes it far worse. And the formless shadow that stalks me is the guilt. No, the shame of my unspeakable transgression. I
Yep.
can't escape the despair.
Oh,
I'm caught in the vortex.
can't
spiraling
escape the
downward
despair.
into
You get a
vast
certain
flashing
blonde
blackness.
super wet.
Mayuri!
Ocarine!
Please stop! Don't do this!
If you come any closer, I will shoot.
No, please don't!
I'm sorry, but we don't have time for goodbyes. Let's go.
I came here from the future. 2 days from now, to be precise. So trust me, I've seen what's going to happen. In less than an hour, this place is going to devolve into a war zone.
Seriously?
That's
Yeah,
right.
and Suzerain
Stratford, an
instantly
American
believes
shadow
him.
intelligence firm finds out about the time machine and comes barreling in, their guns ablaze. And then the time machine gets destroyed.
No, that can't be true.
It is.
Right now, you're thinking that if I advance one more step, you'll shoot my left leg, missing intentionally so that it grazes my thigh.
That's proof enough.
You followed through before, which is how I know.
Then we don't have time to stand around talking. We've got to get out of here. If we get delayed and they do show up, we'll miss our chance to go back. We have to get in now.
What are you going back to do?
You don't have a plan.
Operation Arclight.
What is Arclight?
We're going to August 21st of last year, the day that you gave up the fight. We will convince you to search for Steins Gate again and make sure you understand what
You don't have a plan to reach Steins Gate.
Mayuri gets it, and that's why she wants to do this with me.
Do you really?
Yes, so please, just let us go. I'm a lab member too, after all.
002.
My Hikaboshi's blinded by sadness, and I know just what he needs to snap out of it.
Well, I think your Hikoboshi's ready to make those steps.
That's why I've decided to go.
He's crossed the starting line.
I love Hoenn Killma, but guess what?
Yep,
I love Okabe
Hikoboshi.
Rinjiro even more than anything. Ocarine.
We know you love her.
Who am I to stop you then?
You mean it?
And if that's not proof that
You
he's
don't leave
changed.
right now, you can't make it.
Fuck! The time! Oh, okay. She was there the whole time.
It can't be. It's too early for her to be up here.
Unless it's not Kagari, but Judy.
Come on!
God damn it, man. Go.
Don't shoot! It's me!
Yeah, it's Judy. Oh, shit! She just died last time.
You can't beat her.
Don't worry, just get it.
I just need to delay her. You don't need to beat her.
Myself.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie. Don't, bro, don't lose focus.
Counting on you, Lab Member 002, Sheena Mayuri.
Yep.
You hold Operation Arclight in your hands.
There is no way we see them in 23 again. There's just no way.
Come on, go! Hurry!
voice of God in my head.
I don't know. I don't know why the time fucking is broken right now.
Professor Reyes?
Yeah.
Dirtbag. Hurry up.
Why are they here so early? Did they track Daru trying to hack him and they were like, oh shit, time to do this?
Fire now.
Again, the music is like so much louder than the dialogue. It's kind of painful.
Please make it!
No. You can't save Mayuri without switching the timelines, you know?
I failed.
Yep. Don't you dare play Gate of Steiner on me. I swear to God.
Is the destruction of the time machine a point of convergence? If that's true, then no matter how many times I try, no matter what I do, I'll never be able to prevent it.
Yep. Even the Greys happened.
You're back! What happened?
Some serious shit's going down out there. What about Suzuha and Mayushi?
I'll try again. I will
Yep.
press on, no
Yep.
matter what.
Oh, this music! I wasn't ready to hear this theme so soon!
Are we gonna leap again?
Yes,
Yep.
I'm resolute.
Over and over. As
Until
many
I save
times as it
everyone.
takes.
I will spend the rest of my life leaping back.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yes, I am. And I'm sorry if it means rushing you to finish this.
It's cool.
Like you
but
even
when
need
go
to
back,
ask.
Tell past me that future me promised to keep helping.
I've heard something very similar before.
Ah.
From Kurisu, actually.
Yeah, that does sound like
You are worthy of her seat, Maho. You really are. She's even wearing a lab coat, which is just peak. I didn't even mention the lab coat, but yeah, the lab coat. It's hot. This anime gave me a lab coat fetish.
I will hold fast! I'll hold fast!
Did you finish it any faster this time? To get maybe a couple more hours? Yeesh. Yeah. We got like the outro that pretty much was just a last minute budget decision, right? Cheap ass fucking CGI phone and a JPEG of Kurisu. Oh, not a JPEG, sorry, a GIF. Okay, I guess Kurisu's hair's not that much shorter than Maho's. Maho's is just a lot thicker than Kurisu's. Like, way thicker. Ah. So yeah, pretty much this is just the point where Okabe is realizing that once again, of course, you can't switch the timeline without doing something drastic. It kind of sucks, but yeah, the phone wave is near useless at this point because you need D-mail technology to actually get anything done. Oh, so the big thing you can really do with it is just the big thing you can do with it is really just buy a few more hours of time. Damn, we're even cracking the fourth wall up in here. Alright, so, yeah. Another great episode, obviously, again, explaining that the world lines are just as, and the time, the points in time especially, are just as hard to crack in this world line as they were in the Alpha one. Pretty much any fixed points in time, anything like that, requires very precise circumstances to switch over. But you have to do that to switch world lines. You can't just change the past in such a drastic way this time around. So, I assume that, you know, Judy, Kagari, Leskinan coming here earlier than before was just a point of, you know, It's just a point of the world line fixing itself to where certain things have to happen by circumstance, you know. Unlike Mayuri, where there was a million ways you could have killed the girl, train, CERN, heart attack, you know, terrorist attack or whatever. The circumstances to get the time machine broken and destroyed in this time period is a lot more delicate, so there's very, very few ways it can feasibly happen, so Leskinen and his whole gang have to come here earlier, because at the end of the day, there's not many other ways of actually destroying the thing, you know, unless it just falls off the building, I guess. That would be kind of funny. But, yeah. So, obviously, this is an episode that felt the most, like, in the roots of Steins Gate than what we've had for a long time, because, you know, we really are getting deja vu right now. Days spent fixing the time machine, the phone wave, you know, getting all this done. We finally had our first leap, you know, in the story, and it's great. It's great. It's great to be back here. Okabe's learning a little bit more each time with the details of what's going on, which is the big thing about the phone wave is that, you know, doing things in one run is pretty hard, but the more you do it, the more you get a clear picture of the process, and so you can actually fix it. We know from watching the OG series that, you know, Suzuha and Mayuri do not end up, you know, going back in time, because we saw the actual timeline where it was just a D-mail to go back and it wasn't anything else, so, you know. And to be honest, I think that's kind of a weird thing anyway, because unless I am misremembering, I don't think Suzuha can actually... She can't change the location of the time machine, right? So, in theory, it's a horrible idea to even try to go back to begin with, because at the end of the day, like, she would go back in time with this time machine, which would just overlap with the time machine from when Suzuha went back in the first time period and failed, and then what would happen there? You know, the time machines would probably fucking blow up. They would crash into each other, and they would be useless, and then, you know, Suzuha and Mayuri of this time period would likely die because, you know, it wouldn't work, you know? Unless she would plan on going back a lot sooner than she did the first time around in this period, which, you know, would work, I guess, in theory. But obviously, again, we know wouldn't happen because we have the completed timeline, and it is with Okabe sending a D-mail back to his old self, and, you know, doing things that way. But yeah, like I said, really fun stuff here. Like, you know, we're not quite at the point where we're pinpoint yet. The only thing we don't really have right now is Ho and Kyoma, because Okabe is willing to, you know, construct the phone wave, the time machine, go back as many times as it takes, but we haven't hit the point yet where the click has happened. I don't know, I genuinely have no theory on how it's going to happen, but something is going to happen. A conversation, a moment, a speech, you know, like, something's going to happen where he's going to click. Ho and Kyoma's going to come back, and then, you know, once he's in his mad scientist persona again, he's thinking on that wavelength, will, you know, perhaps he finally get the key to actually unlocking Steins Gate, and then obviously his D-mail will be made, you know. Like we said, just those two things need to happen right now, because he's not considering how to do things, you know. All we're doing right now is we're trying to get Suzuha and Mayuri back in the time machine, but what are they gonna do, you know? Like, the only thing to really convince Okabe to try again is himself. The only thing to do that is for him to see in the future he still is trying, and that's what snaps him out of his, you know, his depression at the start of 23 beta, you know? So, something needs to happen. It needs to click in his head what Leskinen said, or he needs to come up with a theory himself, but right now, obviously, the way we're trying to do things, once again, is wrong. In the words of himself, he's going about this the wrong way, and we need to see the key event that makes him realize the correct way to reach Steins Gate. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be really great. We had really great moments in this one. Obviously, although everything, again, the tragedy of everything being deleted this time around again, the fact that he, you know, pretty much gave the lab member title to Amadeus is great, because Amadeus is Kurisu, and we had that great moment where, you know, for a moment it felt like Okabe and Kurisu were slipping back into their genuine back and forth with each other, which is beautiful. So yeah, obviously it's an episode that's gonna mean nothing going forward, because well, we're right back at the start again. But hey, let's see how Okabe actually plans to proceed from this point, you know? I am ready. Alrighty guys, episode 20 of Steins Gate 0. Wait a minute. Yes, let's go. Whoa. Whoa! Bro, don't just show me that gear. You gotta work towards that. You don't just get to show it like that. Fuck off. There isn't. Oh. Oh my god. Bro, low-key, it's just... I love this shot, but we'll never see it. Because there's never a point, ever, that Maho and Kurisu are in the lab together. There is never a point. And that fucking sucks, man. This really is just a dream, honestly. Like, bro, I want this so badly. And I really love how in Okabe's own mental space, he's truly considered Maho a member of the lab here. Also, what the fuck? This is Alpha Suzuha. Why is Alpha Suzuha here? Like, bro, what? What? This is just generally, you know, the outfits from the first series, because Mayuri and Daru, but like, bro, the fuck, man? You saying that Beta Suzuha means nothing? Oh my god.
Uncle Ocarine.
Splendid.
Oh, this Suzuha calling him Uncle Ocarine.
The 65,536th round table meeting.
That is a lot of times.
All my minions. And yet, it feels devoid of all life.
He's never, he hasn't even given Maho her lab number yet, but
The bones in my body are comprised of steel or titanium.
she really is part of that lab. I really hope we get that before we actually complete the story. Like, I know it won't mean much, but I really want to see Maho just get that lab member number. It would mean a lot. Oh god, oh god, oh my god, naked Okabe again. That was like episode, like, 11 we saw that in OG.
Mayuri too. Hashida as well.
What is going on?
Thus, as of now, may the 65,536th round table meeting commence.
Are we even doing OPs anymore? I don't think we are. I mean, I'd be okay with that, but holy shit! Holy shit! Oh! 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 Oh my god. The future. We're unironically getting... We're unironically getting future Okabe? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. We're actually doing this, aren't we?
What happened? What's wrong with me?
I don't know. You know, to go from 19 to 20 is a bit of a jump. I wasn't expecting this.
Is this really me?
Either you've gone that far in the future, or that's just from stress.
The last thing I remember is repeating the time leap. I should be.
Yeah, like, what the hell? Did it fuck up? Akihabara's nothing. How did he jump in the future? That wasn't what we were doing. How? What? What are they cooking? Genuinely. This is insanity. Friend or foe? Come on. Friend or foe? That would be a problem. There's not one soul out here.
It can't be. Was it the lab?
What?
What happened to the others?
What the fuck happened to the time machine?
Out here? Answer me. This area is strictly off limits to civilians.
Put your hands above your head. State your name and ID number. I repeat, state your name and ID.
Why does he sound like Okabe?
That's it.
Well, those helmets are useless. Is that Suzuha? Definitely Suzuha.
It's Suzuha.
You really look old.
Who the hell are you? Tell me how you know my name right now.
What are you talking about?
The hell?
Have you really forgotten me?
State your name immediately.
It's Okabe. I'm Okabe Rintaro.
She thought you were dead.
Please.
You're kidding me. It's really you?
Yeah. I know he looks quite
impossible.
old, but still. What the fuck happened? I just thought he was dead, but he's not. That would suck. Explanations now. What?
Moe moe, baby.
Kiss, kiss, bang, bang.
What? What? Moe moe, baby.
This way.
So yeah, I guess they lost him and just assumed he was dead at some point.
So, you finally decided to wake up, huh?
Oh,
Hi, old friend.
no. Seeing
Don't
thin
recognize me?
Daru is
What if I
insane.
talk more like I did back then? Your banana's all squishy.
It's so cool to see him, but so freaky too. Look how young he looks compared to Okabe.
How could anybody ever forget a stud like me, you freaking noob?
You actually kind of look like a stud
Right,
now.
lovely daughter?
Did you forget you dropped half your body weight, Dad?
Even so, my dashing good looks and charisma haven't gone away.
Yeah,
Good for him though.
keep telling
That is a
yourself
glow up.
Laura, I need to know something. Please tell me, what year are we in right now?
So your
It's
time leaped, huh?
2036. The world you knew is gone, devolved into pure chaos.
This is 2036?
Hard to believe?
No. All I have left is believing.
It's been 25 years now. You and I are crusty old geezers.
You do not look like Krusty
Doesn't
at all.
make sense.
Yeah.
I thought that in 2025 I was supposed to...
That's what I don't get either. How can Uncle Ocarine be alive and somewhat well? You always told me that he had died years ago, Dad.
Ah.
Just so we're clear, I never lied.
It was a
He
lie.
was dead, and that is the truth. How far back can you remember? What's the last thing?
Let me see.
You were meant to go back in time, not 20 years forward.
Try to save Mayuri. But then, when I came to, I was here.
Interesting. I remember the time leap machine acting up that day.
Acting up.
We don't even know the exact reason for
That's
it.
quite a bit
All we could
further
determine was the
forward,
thing
you
that
know.
failed us. And so,
What kind of
in
shit
order
is
to get
that?
back to that period, we had to exceed the 48-hour limit.
Either it's 48 hours backwards or
Descended into chaos.
20
Great
years
power
forward?
brought into the time travel field.
What the fuck? That's insane.
Are you telling me that Mayuri was killed?
Well, all we know for sure is that Mayushi disappeared. And then a few years after that happened, we decided to build the time machine all by ourselves. That's what began it, what we now call Valkyrie.
Valkyrie?
Code name?
Yes, and that started something else. Our war against the rest of the world.
Meaning what?
You already know what that means. Every world power racing toward time travel.
They believed Kurisu's theory to be the closest.
What happened to
And that those
Maho?
with her knowledge would complete it first.
And everyone.
Namely, Okabe Rintaro, along with his organization known as Valkyrie.
Everyone on our team became prey, hunted down by operatives from all corners of the globe.
Jesus Christ.
Then came that bleak day in 2025.
You really were the enemies of the world.
Daru, I've got some terrible news.
What? Did something happen?
It appears I've walked into Stratvor's trap.
For real? Well, get out! Make your way here! I can't.
I won't do anything to jeopardize the safety of the other members.
Damn.
Listen, my friend.
He loved his lab beyond all others, including
Back in the day,
himself.
You encouraged me to keep going when I was about to break.
Daru, know that I'm counting on you. Finish the machine.
Ocarine?
From now on, it's in your hands.
Wait! Don't hang up!
How the
After
hell?
that, you were gone. You fell into Stratvor's clutches and they tortured you relentlessly. By the time Dad rescued you from them, it was too late. You...
Good lord. Went into a coma,
Once I was
basically.
able to locate you,
Basically,
you can't help.
yo,
The
Ferris and
torture this
Ruka
experience
Co.
had simply taken too much of a toll on your mind. When I said you were dead, I meant it. You were.
Hold on.
Just a living corpse, really.
The man I had known for all those years died that day. Even if his body functioned, his will to live was gone, or so it seemed. He was an empty shell, though technically still alive.
I don't get it. Why'd you say he died literally?
I didn't have a choice. I had to. If they'd known, they never would have stopped chasing him, or clamoring for control, even in his diminished condition.
Fair
That
enough.
doesn't explain why you wouldn't trust your own daughter to keep it secret.
You're telling me I've been lying there in a comatose state for 11 years?
That's
Yeah.
insane.
The care of a very select few who knew the truth about you.
I resent that.
The lab
More
members.
importantly, why did
You
he
were on the
wake up
field
now
too much,
after
I
so
assume.
long?
Because of the time leap machine.
Exactly right.
Can you elaborate?
Someone got a hold of my memories, and they overwrote my brainwaves with memory data from my 2011 self. It's my theory.
And it's an astute hypothesis to
What
boot.
the
We just
hell?
salvaged that data from an old PC. Though we didn't expect it to work right away without further testing.
Oh man, I shoved his data into a PC too.
Deceiving the world is one thing, but
But
then
saving your
lying to own
daughter? Like, bro, fuck
Save the
you.
world. That phrase is...
That's
sure
a
your
phrase
mind
we
needs
know
a lot of
too
processing
well.
to happen. So you should take it
That's
easy.
all he gets the
Contact the
phrase!
others. I'm sure they'll want to know you've woken up.
Contact the others.
How many are alive?
You've been out of commission for 11 years. The other lab members have been waiting for this day, and now it's arrived.
Does a mini Maho count among those lab members? Just,
No issues so far on my
just.
end. All is well.
They're all alive! Yes! Oh god, seeing Ruka, like, on the battlefield is insane. Well, seeing both of them, honestly.
Beryl Teeter here.
They're both still super hot.
Cheshire Cat reporting.
Not gonna lie,
Anything going on?
Ruka's looking a bit like Mukuro Ikusaba there.
Both of you listen. There's been a development. Ocarine has woken up at last.
For real? Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
You're talking to...
Your old friends, Ruka and Ferris. Just so you're aware, they're the ones who've been looking after you all these years.
Aww.
I owe my life to them.
The two that wanted his
Hang on
dick
a
the
minute.
most.
Who gave those two the order to go out and pick up more rations in the first place? We didn't have anything planned like that for them today.
Huh?
What? Are you sure you've got the right info? We got the message late last night. It said we had to meet here today.
Oh dear. That's not good.
It's a trap.
Well,
Okie dokie.
that's gotta suck. Just learning your friends are still alive and then they're not.
Hey, wait for me. I'm coming too.
Your body is,
No way.
like,
No shape.
brittle.
I beg you.
It's it's honestly creepy just how old he looks.
Thank you, Susan.
This isn't good, Neil. We're all about to get wiped out.
I'll hold them
Go for it. Everyone else go with Ferris. Come back here with reinforcements.
God damn, Ruka taking the lead. God damn.
Don't worry, I'll be fine.
I wonder how close they've gotten in those years.
Not before I see Okabe.
Understood.
Oh, bro got a ponytail. Oh, that's sick.
Really?
That's great.
Hang in there, Ruka. We'll be back.
Oh, that's brutal! All that sword training really came in handy, though. I love it. You just got a fucking katana, though. You brought a sword to a gunfight. Yep.
Susan meow. Dollar meow.
Ferris!
Okabe meow.
Kyoma.
Kyoma.
It's true.
God damn.
It is true. You're awake.
Sorry that I worried you.
Where's Ruka?
That's right. We have to go back there with
Oh,
reinforcements.
I love when in the future she can still get her hair dye.
Why don't I hear any signs of combat?
Honestly, a little creepy not to hear any signs of combat at this point.
Over here! It's Ruka!
We're coming! Hold on!
Ruka meow.
He won.
Ruka.
Yeah.
Is it you?
Yeah. It is. Oh my god. You can like a number of characters with hair that long and with a sword.
Kyoma. Hey,
I'm here. Ruka.
that name. I remember. You're the only one who's ever called me that, you know.
Aww. Ah,
Hang in
crap.
there.
Ah, crap. Oh, that blood is...
But you finally
Oh,
came
that
back
blood
to
is
us.
spreading.
I can rest because
Could you not? Oh!
Kyoma,
Just...
you mastered it. Can you believe that?
So you gained Okabe and lost
I teach
Rukiko.
so many years ago.
Bullshit, man.
The Seishinzanma sword fighting style, do you remember? I mastered it and protected them.
That's great.
Do you think I could finally be a true lab member?
You were always a true lab member, you fool.
Maybe I'm worthy now. I can be a proper comrade.
It's horrible. You've always been one.
Come on. You always have been. Don't you know?
Yeah.
From the beginning, you were...
You were...
Lab member 006.
Yep, you've always been a lab member, you fool.
I'm so happy. This means that I can face Mayuri and be proud.
Bro did not die in despair. That's what matters. He did not die in despair.
That's a relief.
Junko did not claim him.
Ruka wanted to see you again. More than anything in the world. And was waiting so patiently for the day when you'd wake up. Now, in the end, that wish has finally been granted.
Could almost say that he wanted it so badly, his point of death became a fixed point in the timeline, where he couldn't die before seeing Okabe again. But this poor man, he had to actually witness the death, because of course he did, because Okabe suffers. Okabe has to suffer. That's literally just it, you know? The poor lad. We need to go back in time. Quite desperately.
Feels like a million years. Hi, Okabe.
How do you look? You haven't... You... It's... Dude, I like, bro, it's kind of weird because, like, I don't know if it's just like,
It's not very strong.
it's kind of weird, right? Because like, I don't know how they do it. Like, it feels so subtle here, and it's even weirder because she's genuinely an adult, like in 2011, right? Like, she's not a kid. She's actually 21, but somehow she does look older here, you know? And it's not like there's a drastic change in her appearance, like, you know, like Daru or anything. To be fair, I think Ferris looks identical, I would say. Ferris looks the same. But Maho, like, she's not any taller, but she genuinely does look more mature. But, like, there's no, like she's not old either. It's weird. I don't know how you capture the exact look of someone like this when they just feel older and, like, different, right? But, like, you know, youth-wise, she looks, like, almost the same. But she does look more mature. Good to know that Hyoko, Jesus, Maho, I think I meant to say Hyajo is still alive. She's still alive.
Nice to see you again. Ferris too.
Yeah, of course. And I still look like a little kid, no matter how old I get.
You really don't.
Well, when you're my age, you can't help but count that as a blessing.
Look at you!
I think we're all being cold about Ruka. I mean, our close friend just died. And everyone around here is so calm about it, right?
It's kind of hardened
Do you
you
think we're heartless?
in a war like this.
No. Ever since that day, from July 7th of 2011 until now, so many people have been killed.
You've become numb to it.
Distant relatives, most of our friends. Adults and children alike. We can't waste time mourning every single person we've lost.
But that was a lab member.
It's the reality we live with now.
I thought I understood. Suzaha told me all about it time and time again. The future world that my choice created. All this misery is a result of my weakness. I got it intellectually. Not in my heart. I understood as a scientist, not as a human being. I was denying the truth, trying to escape the pain of reality like I could outrun it. But even after I chose to watch Kurusu die, I still had to lose Suzaha and Mayuri.
Yep.
And Kagari. And then Yuki. Now Rukako.
Yuki too, I guess, yeah. She died
really
like a decade ago.
Thing, do I?
11 years ago. I remember you saying the same phrase, so I guess you haven't changed. You said you didn't understand a damn thing then either, right?
You told me something else too. But nothing is meaningless. It may seem like it, but there are countless failed futures, and paths we can never recover. But even so, beyond all of them, there must be a path. There has to be a way to reach Steins Gate.
Yep. We just need to put that together. The last piece of the puzzle. We have our destined outcome. We know what it entails. We just don't know how to get there.
All of them.
That last bridge to connect it.
I see. Yajiru, Daru.
What the hell clicks this
right
into
now,
place?
I only have my memories through 2011.
Also, I love the subtle change in her design.
You overrode my memories from now, the year 2036. Do I understand correctly?
Yeah.
Somewhat reductive, but you seem to have the gist of it.
Which means, in this world, the time leap machine still exists. Get it ready for me.
You're really gonna...
Because I'm going to leap again.
How? Like, bro, how?
You can't.
Yeah.
One more time. I'm going back to find the way to Steins Gate.
Do you truly mean one more time, though? Is such a thing even possible? To claim it's gonna be one more time? But bro is there. I'm going to find the way to Steins Gate. We do it, man, and as tragic as it is, it won't be this Okabe to reach it! Ah! Oh my lord. I'm kind of surprised we're even using the ED, to be honest, because we didn't use the OP in that episode. But we got there, you know. That woman, man. Her destiny, along with my Yushi's. We must reach our desired outcome. I'll definitely do a rewatch of Steins Gate eventually, where I do it in like the order of 22 to 20, episode 21, episode 1 to 22 of original, 23 beta, 0, and then 23 regular to 25. I'll definitely do that at some point, because that would be a fascinating watch. Yo, to be honest, I don't even think that, I don't even think Steins Gate 0 is, like, fucking sold on Blu-ray anymore. I looked it up and, like, I couldn't find it anywhere anymore. Well, I got the Dr. Pepper. Yeah, probably should have got a canned one, because I think I have tried, I think I've always tried the bottle one of this drink, but, I never tried the, or maybe I didn't try the can. I didn't find any, diet Dr. Pepper. I don't know if that's still a thing, or it's just a US thing that they have, or whatever, but, you know, since they did try one in the OG Steins Gate, I thought I'd maybe, you know, maybe the day that OVA reaction comes out, we'll do something like that. But yeah, this is crazy, you know, like I said, kind of, you know, as you get the flash forwards in the main story, you do kind of get the idea that they're at least going to spend a little time in the future of Steins Gate, you know. We get a bit more context on what's actually going on with Okabe and everyone at that point, you know. So, nice to actually see that. Really cool that we actually did get to see that. You know, I feel like this was needed because we as a viewer really do need to experience what Okabe is in full experienced for the for us to really get the big payoff, right? To really see all of the tragedy, all the trauma that ironically snapped Okabe out of his depression to get him to actually achieve Steins Gate and to look for Steins Gate, you know. So I definitely appreciate that we're getting this here. I don't know if I really followed the explanation they gave us for how this happened. Okay, in the most basic level of understanding it using the Amadeus stuff, what it sounds like happened is Maho basically at some point, you know, down the line from where we were, took Okabe's memories, did whatever they did with Kurisu, to collect Okabe's memory data and store it within Amadeus to make an Amadeus Okabe. And then, you know, at some point in the future, they plan to put it back into him. So, in a way, it's kind of what I figured was going on with Kagari. It doesn't seem like what it actually did do with Kagari was obviously just, you know, take Kurisu's memories, crown him into a person, there you go. That's kind of what actually happened with Okabe here, and so we didn't really see, we've actually, not even time traveled, we've just skipped to 20 years in the future, and we're at this point now, which is interesting. So Okabe, you know, through literal physical as well as psychological torture at this point, was so beaten down that he was pretty much brain dead, ineffective, and so just, you know, a brain that's still technically alive but with no kind of willpower of its own anymore is a prime candidate to really, you know, actually transfuse data into a living brain. So that seems to be it. But yeah, this was really cool. I think the only thing was that, like, you know, appearance-wise, I really enjoyed everyone. I think Daru looks great, obviously, in a state like this, the stress and just the lack of rations anyway would lead him to lose a lot of weight, but he looks actually genuinely good as a, you know, as future, you know, like, Okabe and him are around the same age, but they look relatively, Okabe looks, you know, 30 years older than Daru at this point, you know, which is ridiculous. And keep in mind that Daru's also gone through the stress of losing his lover, of losing Yuki about a decade ago, so, you know, obviously Suzuha and the mission are what would keep him going from that, but it's still crazy how good he looks in this case. Maho, like I said, it's super subtle, but you can really tell there's a difference with Maho. She does look, you know, a bit older, a bit mature, despite being pretty much the same design and, you know, height-wise, but she does look incredible. You know, Maho's hot. I said it. Rukako incredible, you know. He looks great. Before I saw the, you know, the long hair looked a bit like Mukuro Ikusaba from another series, but I loved how he looked. The one that kind of got me a bit was Ferris, because I feel like of everyone, she looks exactly like carbon copy the same, which is a bit weird. I definitely would have liked to see more of a change for Ferris, because, you know, Daru lost a lot of his, like, you know, otaku weebness as time went on. Ferris looked like she mostly maintained it, which seems kind of weird. I kind of liked if we saw, like, a different, like, her natural hair color. I don't know if it was actually said in Steins Gate or not, if she actually does dye her hair. But the fact that obviously it is a story set mostly in a realistic setting, where, you know, there's no, like, alternate, you know, fictional hair colors for everyone. I just assume, you know, that, like, she does dye her hair to be, you know, pink. Like, Mayuri has the wig, but we know it's a wig to make her blonde. But Ferris, you know, I would assumed that, and, you know, if that was the case, I would like to see her natural hair color, since, you know, you don't really get hair dye in the future where you can't even get food anymore, you know. Like the pig, like, you know, the twin tails, you could say they're either like clip-ons or they're actually part of her hair. That's whatever. But, like, you know, I would have liked I think a lot more of a difference in Ferris right here, because she feels like the most kind of like, her appearance feels the most kind of like put on and, you know, customized, for lack of a really better term. But either way, that is fine. You know, it's still Ferris, but, you know, of everyone, she feels like they really didn't put much effort into appearance-wise, you know. But it is what it is, you know. It is what it is. But even still, this is still really cool. This is still really ridiculous to actually see the time period, to see Mayushi gone, to see a you know, a previous younger version of Suzuha is crazy. And obviously, it seems like, you know, the phone wave does exist. They're going to use it. They're going to send Okabe back. But I don't know how. I don't know how. You know, like, we never achieved a way of sending him back, you know, 20 fucking years. Hello? It does sound like he's going to achieve the method for reaching Steins Gate in this particular timeline. He's going for it. And I'm really curious to see, like I said, if we do get Leskinen, if we do get a conversation between Okabe and Leskinen in this period, if he's not in the US anymore, we might get it there, you know, because I said he had the fucking method, you know, and it's gotta click, you know. We're so goddamn close now. We're so close to being there, to reaching Steins Gate, and finally we're at the point where Okabe is fully willing to reach it, you know. Once again, it's the tragedy of Okabe, because he learned that outside of, like, you know, Mayushi, everyone's pretty much still alive, and then he loses someone right before his very eyes, because this guy is just, he has to suffer, because otherwise it's not Steins Gate and it's not Okabe Rintaro, you know? But this really does feel like the end game now. This does feel like the point where Okabe finally clicks on what actually gets Steins Gate done. And, you know, with everyone, you know, 20 years in the future, no doubt they've put a lot of thought into it as well. And, we gotta see it, you know. All Okabe needs is that push, and, you know, his friends, his lab members, his family, from this long in the future, it's gonna be really cool to see it. It's gonna be very interesting to see how this actually does go. So, let's just make a toast to the series. I know I should be doing this in the last episode, but whatever. Let's, you know, let's celebrate and begin this. Yum. Okay. Ugh, I've all sewed up like this. Anyway, guys. Let's do episode 21 of Steins Gate 0. Episode 21, baby. Let's do it.
It's theoretically possible. However, theory and actuality are two different things.
Let's see it, Maho.
The toll on your mental health alone would be colossal.
He's already gone through that.
Movements into account that enable you to leap 2 weeks in one go. In order to go back a single year,
you got to
would have
2
to make more
weeks.
than
It's
20
insane.
leaps. That's less than a tenth of the goal. Then, once you reach the period,
you're actually going to make him go back that far.
Be able to leap 48 hours at a time. Add that up, and
it's going to take me around 3,000 leaps to reach 2011.
Fucking hell!
That's an absurd amount.
You're really going back?
Yeah. If If I intend to change this world,
3,000 leaps, and he's gonna like find the method of Steins Gate in all those leaps.
Well,
You haven't aged a day. You're still as gorgeous as you always were. But that's never gonna change. Even if we saw a 90-year-old Kurisu, I'd want to bang.
Making sure you didn't die on us, just so you know.
Amadeus watched me?
I can't fight for the cause physically. I had to do something.
That's great.
For 11 years, that's a long time.
Incredible that she's still around at this
Monitoring
point.
patterns like that is fun, so it was no sweat.
Also, she'll be your partner for the long journey ahead, a sort of checkpoint along the way.
Yes.
So, no matter how many times you leap back, until you reach 2025, she'll be right there, ready and able to assist you every time you wake up.
That is incredible.
But be gentle. When you woke up this time, you broke my terminal, you brute.
Ah.
Each time you come to, if you'll just let
That's
me know
great.
that you got there via time leaping, I'll do whatever I can to help. We'll get you back to 2011, okay?
Let's do it.
What?
Nothing.
How dare you play this theme?
That reminded me of a similar conversation I had once before.
I don't remember how many times you've said that while talking to Amadeus, but it's too many. Ah, Yuki in the photo. I can't believe this thing's even still around, to be honest. A miniature black hole.
Not any longer.
Let's fucking go.
It wasn't right for me to carry the full weight of this.
Oh, this theme. Oh, I came already 1,000 times, 3,000 times, infinity times.
Still standing as my friends were there. I'm alive, and I owe that to their adamant refusal to give up.
Yep.
No one ever forced me to bear the future alone. These people are willing to help me, and the future.
It's a collective, man. It was mostly Kurisu in OG, but this time it's everyone. Holy crap. That's how much it takes to do 2 weeks. I really appreciate Zero for still using the OG themes and whatnot. I think this is the main theme of Steins Gate, though. It's like the menu pop-up of the game. And yeah, for the final episodes, we are literally Return of Phoenix. We are literally done with the OP at this point. We don't need it anymore. But ED, though, we don't have quite enough time to fill a whole episode, so we still need the ED, right? And all he does is go back again and again and again. 9,999 more times.
Okabe, when did you wake up? Easy. No sudden movements. You've been lying in a coma for the past 11 years, so all your muscles have atrophied. You shouldn't be up.
Listen to me. I'm here for 2 weeks in the future using the time leap machine.
Huh?
Yep.
Time leap machine?
Same as before, it's always bloody hard to convince her, even though she tells you to do it.
Let me explain. I traveled here from 2 weeks in the future using the time leap machine. I had woken up then too.
And you need to explain this thousands of times.
It's now the year 2036, and I've learned what the world's become since I fell into the coma. And I also know that you have been watching over me, monitoring my vitals for the past 11 years without fail.
Incredible, and she's gonna blush.
I admit that I find that hard to believe, but...
You must believe
Come on,
me,
you're all about facts and logic, girl.
You're really from the future?
Oh yes.
I need a favor.
Hey, he gets to see them again.
You're... Kyoma!
He's awake.
You must have been worried.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're finally away. Is this real?
He's gonna take this hug so many times, right?
Ocarine?
Yep.
So it is true, you really came out of it.
Yes, back from the dead. Did you happen to get the message from Amadeus?
Yeah.
Yep.
Is what she said right?
You're gonna time jump this many times.
Yes, and I'm already apprised of the fact that it'll take me 3,000 leaps to get there.
And do you know the risks?
It's very dangerous.
Already done it, man. Yep. All the pieces are in place again and again and again.
Explaining all this 3,000 times. With every leap you make.
That would get torturous.
Not only that, but every time he wakes up in this period, he'll feel the pain of coming out of a coma.
You sure?
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Okabe.
Rokuko.
He's never been more resolved
There's no
before.
such thing as a fixed future. So don't give up. A path will open, I'm certain of it.
He has that mental strength to do this. Oh my god. Oh, is this gonna be a whole episode? 22 minutes of just up and forth? Wake up, go back, rinse, repeat.
You're about to say no sudden movements, and then I've been in a coma for the past 11 years and my muscles have all atrophied.
Yep. God, I could just look at this face forever. The fact it speaks back, oh my god. Without a physical Kurisu, you need nothing more than
You
this.
won't be able to leap the same way you have up to this point. Because 2 weeks before today, you weren't anywhere near the building.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Oh no. The peacekeeping squad caught you. That happened right about the time.
Oh, he's gonna jump back to when he was
It
tortured.
wasn't until yesterday that we found you.
How does he
already in a
get out
coma
of that?
From the torture.
How does he get out of that?
In other words,
I didn't
the
think
span of
about
time
that.
between my arrest and when you all rescued me.
You won't be able to leap. And I don't see how you'd be able to take a phone call after you're captured either.
Until you're rescued.
Fair, I
safely
didn't think about
transported
that.
here and successfully connected to the monitoring terminal in Amadeus. There's no way.
Sorry.
So this is where it gets really complicated.
A little bit faster. Yeah, and we gotten you out of there one day sooner. We could have sent you on your way with plenty of time to spare.
I feel terrible. I'm equally at fault for failing to further improve the time leap machine. I just couldn't do it.
Come on,
2 weeks is my best.
Hyoko. Why do I keep doing that,
36
Hyajo?
hours isn't
I even
nearly
slipped
good enough.
myself there.
I let you down.
Like hell you did. In fact, you don't know how grateful I am that you were able to manage a 2-week leap.
Really, that
More
is
than Kurisu ever
unthinkable.
could. She only figured out how to go back as far as 48 hours.
Ah!
You better be proud of
Oh,
yourself.
that fucking blush! And she fell for you all over again there.
There's still the possibility that if the world line gets altered, even slightly, then the existing situation could be compromised and you could end up losing your life. If that happened, it might change the past.
You might jump to Alpha again,
I understand.
depending on how delicate it is.
Regardless, I'm going
Let's see how
back.
we do this.
I've already come this far from 2036. I've covered 11 years and hundreds of leaps. And with the help of my friends every step of the way.
He's already done hundreds,
where
huh?
I am.
Ocarine! I'm so happy to know
Oh,
that you're
I appreciate that.
Little Susie. Why'd I call her that? Little Susa, huh?
Listen, my friends.
Holy crap.
Every one of you have fought wholeheartedly against all odds. So please, don't ever give up. I will show you that the future can be changed.
Based on everything, I guess I'm completely wrong on Yuki being an actual, like, traitor.
Leap.
Here we go.
I don't know, that was just really weird timing they did there. I don't know what the significance of that cut hand she had was.
Kioma, we're all heading to the rendezvous point now. We'll be waiting for you there, so hurry.
Be careful.
Mm-hmm.
What, Okabe? Aren't you in the middle of the operation?
Listen closely.
How's it feel
Just
not to
let's
be
hear from the
atrophied?
future.
What?
I understand that might be hard to believe, but I don't have time to convince you. You'll just have to trust me because I need your help.
And she'll just be like, alright, yeah.
What?
In a little while, I will be captured by peacekeeping squads who will then proceed to torture me to death. What should I do? There has to be something. Some way to escape that fate and change the outcome.
Imagine hearing that out of nowhere, that he's come from a
Well,
future
we do
being
know why you get
tortured.
caught. Because we've heard it from you time and again. Okabe Rintaro dies, but not before the year 2025. You've always used that fact to your advantage. You've risked it all and lived. But if today is the culmination of these events you've foreseen, that kernel of information that's been your protector all this time will turn against you, as predicted. It seems no matter what you do, the world line will converge. And you'll still get captured by the organization.
It's another point into the organization.
I've got
They
it.
really fucking called it the
Do you think you can
organization.
Give me 10 minutes.
Oh my god.
I have a plan.
Hang on. Whoa, 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 whoa! Why is this theme playing 10 minutes in? What are we doing?
Memorize this map of enemy positions.
What are we doing?
What would the point of that be?
Are you trying to be obtuse? Am I not the one who typically guides you to safety? If we assume they've set a trap for you, there's a high probability that your death is a direct result of being in communication with me. In which case...
I need to uninstall the Amadeus app.
Yes, and for good measure, you'd better remove your radio battery. That might be enough to throw them off. Another thing.
Use the
Bro.
others as decoys.
Bro.
But
What
I
the fuck?
refuse.
Relax. You did just tell me you came from the year 2026.
So you're gonna go back anyway and save them. Why are we playing the OGED? What the fuck?
Are alive in the future. Therefore, you know they can't die today.
Still.
Dude. What the hell? Would they all hear him?
Kurisu already filled us all in.
Oh my god. Oh my. Oh, that ponytail's coming in, but holy. Oh. Oh, the theme. It's too much. Holy shit. Holy shit. Stop playing this theme.
The target's marker just disappeared. He's not on our GPS. He must have disconnected the Amadeus app.
Teams 1 and 2 head toward his last known location immediately.
Our top
Less
priority
can
is
I
capturing
assume?
the target.
How they like, dude? Why in the second half of this story are they cooking with the music so badly just from playing the OG theme?
No, 3. Now they're just popping up all
It's
over the place.
insane.
What does that mean? I have no idea. But Amadeus just came back out of nowhere.
Well, if you're doing that, then they all have Amadeus.
I will never give up again. Nor will I lie to myself any longer. I am done pretending I made the right choice back then. And I refuse to compromise further. I will never give up again.
Yep.
Nor will I lie to myself any longer. I am done pretending I made the right choice back then.
Yep.
And I refuse to compromise further.
Yep.
They've all been battling desperately, onward through it all.
Yep.
Driven by a glimmer of hope that this world
Oh
can be
my
changed.
god. Oh.
I will place my faith in that. Their courage will be my strength.
I fucking love Steins
I will
Gate.
show everyone that our bond will carry us to Steins Gate.
Yep. Our bond will carry us to Steins Gate. All of us together, my man. Ocarine. It's too much cookage. It's too much. And her. Oh, that shot. That shot is beautiful. Oh, how have they made me care this much about AI Kurisu that it's almost as much as the OG Kurisu? Because, oh my god, holy shit! Yes! Yes! Dude damn near broke the fucking attractor field. He went back that far.
Whoa, buddy.
How much time we got? Yo, we still got 10 minutes! How are we only halfway through?
Hey, Aljo. I need to be punched.
What, like, again?
What? What?
You dare hold back.
What?
Put every ounce of your pin-up anger and resentment into it.
What?
Worry for Suzuha. I want you to take all of that and hit me in the face with it.
What the fuck?
You know I deserve it, right? I've had my head in the sand this whole time. I've been letting fear run me around, so I've earned a good clout.
Dude has literally gone from 20 years in the future to now.
Now, let it fly.
He let it fly. Your nose might be gone. Jesus Christ! How could... My god, Daru, man. He really did not hold back.
Ah, sweet inertia. It would appear that you're my right-hand man in more ways than one, dearest hack.
He's... Hack.
I have just
back.
time left back here.
He's back.
Distant future.
He's back. The resurrection of Hoenn Kiyoma! Like a zombie coming back from the dead. Yes! Yes! Oh my god, it stirs my soul. Look at the life in his eyes! And Maho's never met him before. Yes! The resurrection of Hoenn Kiyoma was absolutely necessary! Look at Daru! Yes! Dude, he's back.
You
the
shall
fuck?
call me Kioma.
Maho's never met Hoenn Kioma before.
Otherwise known as Lab Member 001.
Hoenn
The
Kioma.
Devil's Workshop.
Look at Daru.
Archon buffeted by the passions of chaos.
And he can go right back into it.
Himself.
He can literally slip right back into it.
I am the one and only
Hoenn Kioma.
Kioma.
What the?
Yes.
Hell?
Yes. Yes.
Lilliputian.
Me?
Yes, you.
What?
Would anyone else in this room answer to such a moniker?
Lilliputian? What the fuck?
Hey, you can ask nicely.
Yeah, no, that's not.
Bestowed upon me by the fates. The moment my arms slide through the hallowed cheese, I will truly awaken from my slumber.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
He's reverted.
He's reverted. Oh, it took so long. It took so long. It took 21 and a half fucking episodes. And you can tell, man, he felt good going back into it. Oh my god. That might have been the best resurrection I've ever seen for a character in history. Holy shit. It genuinely was unironically like getting possessed again. Like the way Okabe moved his fucking body in that motion of bringing Hoenn Kioma back from the dead, slipped right back into the persona. Holy shit. And you knew, it's just like, bro, you knew it was coming. You genuinely knew it was coming because we saw it at the end of Steins Gate. We saw he was back into the, he still had the act on him. And even said, do I never grow out of the whole cloak and dagger act? Like, you knew this was coming. But genuinely, this is perfect. Daru's reaction, like his friend has finally been revived. Hyajo, who is beyond confused and a little scared because, like, yeah, she has literally never seen Okabe do this before, and it's fucking freaky. It's a lot more terrifying knowing him for so long, knowing how broken and how just normal he is. But then going to this, where, like, Kurisu met Hoenn Kioma right from the get-go, and, like, you know, Hyoko has always known that there's been something missing from Okabe. There has been something about him that he's not letting himself be anymore. And seeing it here, seeing the revival itself, is fucking peak sauce. Oh my god. This was worth it 1,000-fold. Holy god. And dude, this was actually perfect. The way they just played the OG ED again, like the OG, the way that they just incorporate in the second half of this story, the OG music is so masterful. The fact they even used that theme here makes me think we might not actually use the ED this time. Ironically, because I did say that, like, you know, we were using it again, but like, yeah, I think the only time the OG actually cut the ED out was in episode 24, and I also think it was episode 22's ending where they used it, like half of it, and then they cut to Suzuha. Or they might have used it entirely and then just had an extra little bit at the end to account for the preview that the episodes have. But either way, this was great. This was earned, and I love it. Again, we've always known that, like, it was the combination of everyone, every lab member together, working with Okabe to reach the outcome. And I love just his dialogue when he finally realizes, you know, he can never give up again. This is a collective from everyone. Everyone is counting on him, but everyone isn't counting on him to do it alone. They are all counting on him to go, but they are right there with him, working as a collective to unironically win this and defeat future Leskinen. This is genuinely one of the craziest things I think I've ever seen in a story. Time leaping in so many intervals to where you fucking go back 20 years. Okabe's time leapt more times than anyone I've ever seen. Unironically, you know, because I got one particular female in another show that's been leaping for about a little over half that time, but the amount of times Okabe did it put him at number 1 again, and it's crazy. It's genuinely fucking crazy. But this scene, this recovery of Ho and Kyoma is masterful. It's genuinely crazy, because how can you not call this man a mad fucking scientist after going back in time 3,000 times and sometimes in completely different areas and improvising how to go back? And it's like, bro, it's pure, it's perfect, it's beautiful. The start of this episode was fucking peakness, you know? It was genuinely just peak. That's all I can say about it, is this is peak. So let's just continue on. Oh, little Hyajo, prepare to meet the man your friend loved. Hoing Kyoma, baby! And the lab coat is back as well. The fit is beautiful.
Old Ocarina. The Ocarina was crazy and nonsensical, taken by flights of delusional.
Look at this poor girl regretting every life decision she's ever made.
You complete the time leap machine, minions. My presence here serves as irrefutable proof.
He really changed everything.
Okay, that's enough.
As of this moment, I officially bequeath this title to you. Lab member 009.
Yes! 009! At long last. You're a lab member now, girl.
What?
Hyajo Safina? What the hell does Safina come from?
All the other lab members at once.
What's going on now?
Yeah,
Hyajo Safina is great.
It's Kyoma.
Ferris as well. Kyoma.
And for it to succeed,
your Kyoma's back.
Their part, understood?
So where are Suzuha and Mayuri?
And Moe Meow texted me saying she was busy too.
Sheena had to,
Despair not, friends. Though these absences are to be expected, the operation must take place as planned, lest the planet be doomed.
Yep.
So the red star I saw glowing.
I hereby proclaim this Operation Vega.
Vega, huh? Oh my god, Vega! That's great. That's great, Vega.
You must confirm it.
Because the whole like the whole God and Stars thing, the festival.
The professor? But why would he do that?
It's confirmed. And just like you said, the occult board has been hacked.
The organization has even
This
tipped their
theme
hand
is
by
beautiful.
jamming cellular
I can't believe they're actually called the organization. He was right all along, even if he didn't know it.
Deploy the neighborhood watch to the radio building's perimeter. They should see several suspicious-looking foreigners in the vicinity. Relay the intelligence back here. We must rely on payphones for the duration.
Roger that, Meow.
Wait, the radio building?
Mayuri and the part-time warrior are headed there.
The part-time warrior.
No, we have to stop them.
Such an attempt would be in vain. Convergence will likely bring about the same end result.
Yep.
There is but one means by which to save them now. Yes. Kyoma here. Right. The operation has a sole objective.
I didn't even think about him doing the phone thing again! I don't know why I didn't. I'm stupid.
Yes, I am aware. Never again. That mistake cost me too much.
And I believe when he's gonna speak to Amadeus, he's gonna call her Christina. Elsa, I can't grow! Elsa, oh no. Oh no.
What's wrong with you? As soon as I start to think you might be normal, there you go.
I've no time to engage in petty chicanery.
He's really back.
Outage is the organization's handiwork. Stratford.
This dude, the lighting on this.
I implore you for assistance, Mr. Ferdinand Braun.
Well,
just like Ocarina said,
Hoing Kyoma getting CERN on his team is insane.
I'll leave your tea here for when you want it.
Thank you so much.
Don't mention it. I can't do much else.
I feel like I am so hyped.
Remember what Okabe said earlier?
I feel so bad for Kyoko because I keep doing that. Maho. I keep wanting to say Hyajo. I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm fucking up the final reaction.
I wondered why.
To support the technical operatives.
Support?
Indeed. A job for a stout heart and gentle demeanor. A vital mission.
But I feel so bad for Hyajo because she is so confused, yeah.
I think I'm starting to understand.
Yeah! You better believe
the lab is back together.
Shibara, it's time to get the word out.
God, I'm so hyped, even this tastes good right now. Hey, where's the coat? Put it back.
Hey, Kyoma. Hashira just located Amadeus. We should be able to recover the data shortly. He said not to worry.
Perfect. With that in place, wait for me there, Mayuri. I vow to save you this time.
Yep. In other words, we're never leaping back again. Which one are you?
Just don't move. Luckily, the ricochet only grazed you, but you're still losing a lot of blood.
Excellent work. To think she could take care of them all on her own.
Okay, this is
brainwashing
Kagari.
techniques in the future certainly are incredible.
You're the one. You did this. You hurt Kagari.
That's right.
And I'ma do it again.
Valkyrie. Kagari was my little spy long before you began your epic journey with her into the past. That is, she was a spy for my future self. While your anger is justified, I simply haven't the time to indulge.
So where's Mr. Braun come into this?
Sorry.
Is he gonna get Moeka here?
I'll make it easy on you. Soon, you'll no longer be plagued by the bitterness of the future or the grief of the past.
Oh my god.
Or perhaps, you prefer that I wipe your mind clean of all this. That's right.
Or is
A
that
little
Moeka
tampering with
right
the
now?
synapses And it's all gone. What?
Is that Moeka? No. Hello.
Uncle Ocarine? Ocarine.
Yes, I must echo their surprise. This is quite odd. Who tipped you off?
Kagari won't be joining you today.
It's Moeka, isn't it? You knocked her out!
While you were delivering your speech, we were taking measures to secure the radio building.
And Moeka beat them all on her own.
You may have considered yourself
What
not
is she
unlike a god
doing?
with unrivaled omniscience, but allow me to disabuse you of that notion, for all your schemes have been foiled.
Holy shit, this is peak!
What is this?
This
You
is
think you'll
Ho and
get away with
Kiyoma, two mad scientists at once.
Hear me, lab member 002, Sheena Mayuri.
Yep.
Operation Arclight. I leapt back through time to find you, and I know all about it.
Do you really?
In less than 30 minutes, this
Your
whole place
Ocarina is
becomes a
back.
war zone. So hurry.
Are you serious?
I'll deal with Kagari myself somehow. Take care of Mayuri.
You mean it?
Oh
I
man.
promise.
Yep. They actually found a way around it.
Success. We should make it out safely. The time machine will vanish into the past, into history.
You actually did it.
It's finished.
It's finished.
Can't be. It's too early.
For God's sake, every fucking time. No matter what you do. God damn it. Even after all that. Jesus Christ. It was like the ultimate triumph we had. And they just took it. They took it again. They actually, unironically, fucking took it again. That was the one bit of time we've had in this where it really got to us. It really felt like we had everything down, you know? But again, just no. Just no. I don't even know why I feel optimistic anymore about ever actually succeeding anything, because it just never fucking works. We are a cursed race, you know? And that's all it can be. God, man. This is just Steins Gate. This is what Steins Gate fucking does to a person, unironically. Like, we've never been on a high like that before in the story. We've never been so certain, using everyone in the story to show the collective effort. We were there. We were at the fucking height, and we flopped. And the crazy thing is that as a viewer, as a watcher of the story, we know this isn't how it happened, but it did such an incredible job with the characters, with how certainty Okabe was, you know, just saying, proclaiming again and again, this is the end, this is it. you know, with the music they used over and over, OG and new music, you know, you fell for it. You knew this was not deep down how you win, but because we saw it, you know. Okabe Rintaro sends a D-mail back to his past self, and it's the past self version that has to win in the end. It's not this one. And time is correcting that again and again. I think, alright, so the big thing here, I think that's fucking us up, is Mayuri. Mayuri cannot go back in time. She just can't. Suzuha can go back in time, because the Suzuha of 23 OG Steins Gate knew about the D-mail that past Okabe had to read, or had to unlock after failing one time to save Kurisu. So, Suzuha can go back in time, but Mayuri cannot go back in time. I think that's what is messing us up here. The fact that Operation Arclight is dependent on Mayuri. She cannot enter that fucking time machine. So I think that's why time is continuously correcting it by having the attack happen sooner, because we cannot have her be there. If we just get Suzuha to try and enter the time machine, I think that might work. I think it would. But we're not even there yet, because we still don't have Okabe sending the goddamn D-mail back in time yet. The D-mail hasn't happened at all yet, you know? So, that's just... That's it, you know? And you know, it's like... It's a very encrypted D-mail, because it tries not to trigger CERN and trigger the Alpha World line again. So it's so delicate in how you unlock it, which is just Okabe has to mess with time in order for him to unlock it, and by that point, CERN's looked at it, realized it's bullshit, and probably just deleted it from their own servers. But it's still on Okabe's time. It's still on Okabe's phone. That has to be it, right? It has to be. Because every single time, the delicacy of changing the timeline has to be so specific, it borders on the absolute impossibility. But Okabe is always forced to find it every single time. And we're not quite there yet. We are not quite there. But without that, this was masterful. Again, the start of this, the first half of this episode is incredible. This is one of the best episodes of Steins Gate, honestly. Just, again, the continuous use of the phone wave, the continuous use of Amadeus Kurisu, of everyone putting their faith again and again, risking their lives, almost guaranteeing their deaths at time and time again to trick Leskinen, to just completely fucking blow out Leskinen in this situation to get to the point where we won. And even then, we still lose. Okabe covered every ground he possibly could have. It's insane. We saw previously how much of a beast Kagari is. She was fucking decapitating people with a karate chop. And beat a whole mobster of gunmen. And she and Mr. Braun beat her. That goes to just the ridiculousness of Mr. Braun. Ferris using her connections to block off entrance to the radio building, preventing Judy from going in. You know, just having Moeka be in the place of fucking Kagari and beating them, like, oh my god, that was so good. Oh, I love it. I just love how, despite the fact that, like, you would think a lot of these plot points are gone from Steins Gate Zero, we are still here. FB, Mr. Braun is still useful. He still uses Moeka, but in the instance that actually helps us to protect us. You would think they wouldn't even be much of a thing at all in the Alpha World line, but they are. They're right here, and they're fucking useful, and it's incredible. Oh my god. This was incredible. The revival of Hoin Kyoma was peak. It genuinely was. Again, everyone had a part to play here. Even Okabe giving Rukiko his part to play, making him truly feel like a part of the group as an assistant to everyone in the everyone doing the the computer stuff. It really gave him a point to feel welcomed and to feel like a true lab member, which is what obviously was the biggest regret and goal of future Rukiko. So that was great. It was just beautiful, you know. And as a viewer, like, outside of having knowledge of the future, I don't know what else Okabe could have done in this timeline. Even with the knowledge of episode 23, I don't know what the fuck he's meant to do differently in this one, you know? Because, like, yeah. He still didn't learn how to figure out how, like, to, we're still not at that point of him realizing you need to keep the past identical for himself to reach that conclusion. I don't know how he's gonna get there. I really don't know how he's gonna click on that. We have Rintaro. We have everyone uniting. It's just that little detail. It's just keep the past to all intensive purposes where it is. How is he meant to convey that? And how is that meant to click as an idea? I honestly don't know how we reach that point. Like I said, it could just be a conversation with Leskinen because he had... My hair's disgusting. He had, you know, Leskinen, like, had the idea. He had it, right? And, like, that could be it. But, I don't know. Oh, I think, again, it would be incredible irony in the end if it actually did end up being Leskinen, the villain of the story, to actually give Okabe the true win to Steins Gate. But I just don't know. I don't know how much I believe it, you know? But I want to believe it so badly, and I'm so just there, you know? But this was, regardless of our outcome, and I imagine we might get some more depression from Okabe in the next episode, which is tragic after everything we did here. But I imagine it won't take too long to bounce up again. This was incredible. This was one of the best episodes of Steins Gate. I loved it, even though we didn't quite reach the end. I still am in love with it. And it was those shots of everyone together, including Kurisu at the end, was absolute peakness, you know? Like I said, I don't think we're going to get any kind of epilogue or anything to Steins Gate Zero's story, because again, the epilogue is pretty much like the conclusion of Steins Gate Regular, so I don't know how we're going to... I don't know what the final scene's going to be of Steins Gate Zero. I have no clue. Not even an inkling. It can't just be the message. It can't just be the D-mail in full, can it? I genuinely don't know. And it's like one of my biggest things right now. I'm trying to process and put together, but I got nothing. Really nothing. So, I don't know. But I really want to. But guys, you know what? Let's press on. Let's go into episode 22 of Steins Gate. And, oh god, last time I said episode 22 of Steins Gate, shit happened badly. Well, no, it wasn't one of the best things of all time, but shit, emotions were high. Let's just get into it. I seriously doubt this time we'll get any, like, tongue down mouth situation, unless, you know, Okabe wants to give Hyajo a goodbye kiss or something. But I am excited and scared for this. So guys, episode 22. That number is insane. Of Steins Gate Zero. Let's just... And you start with that fucking theme. I almost spat that out when I heard that. I was like instinctively ready to speak, but I had a mouthful of carbonation in me. Yeah. Won't even need to pretend anymore.
You're saying no matter how much you leap or what you do, the time machine still gets destroyed?
Yeah. Can't you just get to the radio building before Mayushi hops in and convince her not to leave in the first place?
That's my theory, yeah, just get her out of it.
Even though taking that route might save both Mayuri and Suzuha, I also suspect it would further destabilize
Why are you
the situation.
what the hell's up with your cheek?
The destruction of the time machine could be a point of convergence. Perhaps not. Though there's no mistaking that it is a principal event.
Oh, it's the punch from Daru.
World War III. So it's highly likely.
Jesus Christ.
Where are you going?
To get some fresh air, clear my head.
Ocarine? You had to leap from the future over and over to get back to this time, didn't you?
Don't you give up now.
Yeah.
In that case, tell me about the future, you.
Oh
What
my
do you
God.
like in those days?
What?
Delusional and maniacal with a laugh like a pulp supervillain?
Did you really undid the incredible return of Hoenn Kiyoma? Are you kidding me?
Delusional?
I always hoped the old Ocarina would come back someday.
We're actually undoing Hoenn Kiyoma's return? Are you fucking mad? You can't do that again. It won't hit the same again.
I decided.
But that's...
made up my mind never to give up.
That's insane, yeah.
But then, when it really comes down to it...
Oh, get a grip, will ya? You're so dramatic.
Oh, hi, Hiaja.
Kurisu?
That time I didn't fuck it up.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that the professor hasn't taken her at this point.
You've seen the future firsthand, right? Didn't you come back here specifically to change its outcomes for the better?
Mm-hmm.
If you call yourself a scientist and there's even the remote chance of success, then surrender is not an option. Just know you have my full support.
Yes. Not the first time they've had that conversation.
It's just no matter what period I find myself in. When it comes to you lab members, the more the world changes, the more you all stay the same.
Deja vu. Oh my god, and he's back. And, and it's a private audience this time.
Don't you realize this was merely a wily ruse to throw the organization off my trail?
Yep.
My faithful assistants, the first and the second.
Excuse me?
The first and the second, huh? Yep, he's right. Back again. Such a change! Such a contrast! Even this Kurisu never met Hoenn Kiyoma. Darlings! Say that again.
What's going on? Jeez.
With alacrity, my data-driven darlings.
My data-driven darlings.
Sum up. These are the two most consequential
again.
factors that incite World War III. America and Russia, then add in the time machine.
That was cringe, the
You
tongue.
already said that earlier.
The offending organizations in this debacle are Stratfor with Leskinen and Derpa, a second American faction. Then there's Russian intelligence to consider, so that makes 3 key players in all.
It all seems kind of far-fetched. Too much like the organization you used to rant about.
Precisely. Perhaps you've forgotten
That
that I happen to be a
became
prodigy.
real.
Long have I known which nations will act to plunge our
I
realm
love
into utter pandemonium.
I love
and
the
now those
fusion of
entities have
the
begun to move in
outfit
earnest.
with like the shirt of Zero and the lab coat of Regular.
A head injury or something? Maybe some other form of trauma.
It's great.
Like fever
Silence, Miss Christina.
Yes!
My name.
Yes,
Aren't you the
Christina!
least embarrassed to be
And she acts exactly the same.
You have no idea how much. Who could behave like such a moron and not be embarrassed?
I couldn't be happier.
Wow.
The Ocarina I know and love is the most obnoxious, annoying tool I've ever met. It's unreal. He argues
Don't you
about
be
literally
saying he's
everything,
embarrassed
and
by the
delusional to
persona now.
bone. It's ridiculous. But that might be why his absurd logic works. The audacity of it can even overcome the impossible. Now explain. Why did you go out acting like a sulky preteen, then come back with Maho refreshed like your jolly old self again? What happened out there, buddy? Friends tell friends about their exploits.
The word darling was
You made out,
used.
right? You've got Mayushi, but you still play tonsil hockey with Maho.
Furthermore, Daru,
He's got Rukiko and Ferris too.
Here. Huh? The name is not Okabe Rintaro, my friend.
It's
You
Hoenn
will call me
Kiyoma.
Whoosh. Hoenn
Kiyoma!
Behold!
Oh,
may
and
your
she's
souls
beyond
quail in the
weirded
presence
out.
Of a true mad scientist. Peel your
You
orbs
fell
and
in
allow
love
my
with him,
brilliance
by
to
the way.
blister your brains.
Finally snap.
It is I. The culmination of all my scheming approaches. Once set in motion, it cannot be halted. Not even by the keenest intelligence of the utmost world powers. Yes,
Who is he talking
These two are just like,
Careful,
what the
Ray.
fuck are we
Spare
doing
the
here?
theatrics and get on
You
with
could
it.
have just told me you didn't want a show. Princess of Lilliput.
Princess
As I
of
was saying
Lilliput.
before, the organizations who seek the time machine are listed on the
It's
board.
kind of wild because he is kind of being a
All
fusion
the
right now of
failures to date have been
Okabe
caused in one way or another
and
by the
Ring and
interference of said organizations.
Okabe and
Fear not,
Hoenn.
these
He is
can be
breaking
dealt
character
with,
a
their
bit.
impact mitigated.
In terms of the time machine, are you saying its destruction might not be a point of convergence?
Here's my idea. We will allow them both to board the vessel. But at the exact moment the machine initiates departure to the past, we must step in and protect them from interference. Thus far, we've foiled Stratfor and Leskinen. Likewise, we've succeeded in halting Derpa and its soldiers, which gives me a modicum of confidence.
So now there's one left.
We've got to outsmart the Russians?
Please tell me you've got some mind-bending plan for that.
No.
Nope.
For real? So you've just been running your mouth about your schemes with no actual
They already have the
scheme.
time travel
What kind of
thesis.
mad scientist are you?
Yeah, deliver.
Silence, you! I stopped Leskinen and Derpa. That speaks to my masterful wit. My plans congeal over time. Do not rush them. What have you contributed? Am I on my own? Have
Well,
you
they
three
made
got
the
a
phone
scheme
wave.
among you?
We didn't have all the information until just now.
He really is a bit of a fusion of Horeen and
In
Okabe.
times like these, you have to examine why certain events occur, find out what the adversary means to do, and then establish a clear chain of causality. In this instance, we've got Russia.
She can't reach.
What?
She can't reach it.
It's clear.
Step on the sofa, girl.
Damn! I've been waiting to see Maho in this sexy teacher pose for ages.
What?
Allow me to assist.
He's gonna pick her up.
Now.
And she's like, she weighs like 10 pounds to him.
First question. How did the Russian and American
Dude, he fucking... Wait, what? Oh, she really slapped Daru. Dude, he fucking picked her up like a toy and just expected her to work like that. And that wasn't even in like a patronizing way. That's just genuinely Okabe's instinct is to just to pick her up. Look, man, I don't even think she'd let that happen if you were fucking, you know, that's a point you don't cross with, Miss Hyajo, you know. Just the pause, the fact nothing moves there.
First question. How did the Russian and American organizations find out we're in possession of a working time machine?
As far as America goes, they know because of Leskinen. The Leskinen of the
Oh, that
future
looks
used
weird
Altair
seeing her
to
that high up.
disclose the time machine's existence to his present-day counterpart.
That's true, but Kagari would have made contact with the professor several years ago at this point. So why didn't he make his move back then?
Because nothing could have been changed. It would be a time paradox. If his actions had defied history, worldline convergence would swoop in and correct anything he did to alter the course.
Convergence.
However, Leskinen's strategy was to use that process to his advantage.
Oh, I get it. What you're saying is, on July 7th, 2011, the conflict surrounding the time machine comes to a boiling point and all parties involved converge in one place. And since the time machine gets destroyed on that same day, Leskinen thought he could show up at the right time and snatch the machine at the last second.
That's exactly
Do
it.
you have any idea where Derpa could have gotten their intel, though?
The same way that Stratford did. I'm more concerned with how Russia got theirs.
Could they have just stolen it from the Americans?
The time travel thesis.
Well, if you consider the professor found out about World War III from his future self, we must assume that the intel's highly classified. The last thing America would want is for Russia to get a hold of it.
You got it.
Lend me your investigative prowess?
All yours. What are we sleuthing?
We have to locate him. Dr. Nakabachi.
Was seriously... Oh, this
Fate was certainly
this
smiling
bastard.
on me. If this guy hadn't set off the
And this
onboard
is where
metal
this comes in.
detectors, my thesis would have been
The fact
Dr.
you don't just save Kurisu.
Russia.
My dad.
You you get
Let's save that talk
Nakabachi
for
too.
later. So Dr.
Lore later.
Nakabachi took the time machine theory after all, and turned Kota Russia in possession of it. But the catch is, Russia hadn't developed anything from it yet.
What do you mean?
Because if they had succeeded, there wouldn't be any conflict.
Yeah.
6 months ago, when we were all attacked, the Russians destroyed Kurisu's PC, remember? They'd made a connection between Nakabachi and Kurisu's time travel theory. And they didn't want any other faction
Knew
to get a
that
hold of it.
idiot could never put that together.
Is there anything of hers still out there? Something we may have overlooked? Notes she might have taken in the lab, for example, or any knowledge she...
Well, it's pretty clear.
Yeah.
Amadeus. That's what I am, right? All of Kirisu's knowledge and memories, I'm her mind, thought patterns and all. If someone wanted to create a time machine, they'd want to pick my brain for sure.
Yeah.
That's right. When Amadeus got taken over, the world line changed.
Finally explaining that.
If we could go back before Russia got involved, is there any way we could protect Amadeus from being hacked?
Before Russia got involved? Like when?
I can't say for certain. As early as we possibly can. When did you first start gathering Kurisu's memory data?
It was before Kurisu left to come to Japan, so that would be around spring of last year, I think.
If I time-leapt back to that period...
Can you, though? We couldn't do that last spring.
That's right. The phone wave wasn't even complete
The
until
D-mail.
last summer. Not to mention the time leap machine.
The
There's just
D-mail.
no way.
You need to
You
D-mail.
can't go back. Not that far.
But you can D-mail
I'll
however
send
far
a
back
D-mail
you
then.
want. Yep.
Daru, you sure you want to do that? You've been so against it this whole time.
It's the only thing we got left.
Point. CERN will catch on if we take that route. And that leads to...
Not if you encrypt it. You need to encrypt it.
Don't worry. We'll figure out some other
Under
time to
specific
talk.
circumstances will it only
So,
ever open.
I apologize for keeping this from you until now, but it might be helpful.
D-Rhine?
That's right.
What?
I use the same principles as D-mail, but tweak them to work with the Rhine operating system.
Wait, does that mean we can send messages without alerting CERN?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
the thing is,
there you go.
Rhine was still just a prototype in beta last spring, so I was the only one in our group who had the app installed.
Haha, beta.
Last New Year's might be as far back as we can send it.
So then, we can't send a message to anyone but you, can we? Do you think that'd work?
Possibly. You'll get a message from yourself telling you to hack into Victor Condria and to safeguard Kurisu's data on the servers. And then knowing you, you'll be happy to comply.
I can't let you see it though, or you'll lose your shit, right?
Hold on. That
Oh.
isn't going to be enough to stop the info from getting leaked.
Oh.
You're up against a major world power. As long as there's access, they'll keep coming after it. It's also highly likely they'll replicate it and distribute it too.
Yeah, you make a good point.
What are our other options?
You have to wipe it out. Hack into the servers and access Kurisu's memory data right after the original backup. Then cause the system to self-destruct so it can never be recovered.
Kill Amadeus as a result.
That's the only way, ma'am. We have to.
She's gonna
If it's completely
self-destruct.
wiped out by spring of last year,
Holy
there will
shit.
be no way to rebuild Amadeus.
Holy crap.
It would mean you'll never be...
Never be, period.
And episode
What
22
effect
makes
was Amadeus
Kurisu
from
give
ever
herself
being
up
built?
again. Project Amadeus. Gonna make Kurisu give up her life again. Oh, hi.
What's going on now?
You're asking the wrong person.
You know, if something doesn't happen soon, the time machine is going to be destroyed again tomorrow.
Yeah, that's seeming more and more likely this go-round.
Well then, isn't it obvious what has to be done?
It is. But still, I understand where he's coming from. I mean, I'm sure you do too, it's pretty clear. I guess. Poor Okabe.
Oh, we keep switching between the lab coat and not.
What's up?
I'm just passing a message along. Amadeus wanted me to tell you that she needs to talk to you.
Wow. Oh. Oh boy. Might not have much time to talk anymore.
Hey, Okabe.
Hey.
You know, it feels like ages since I've seen the outside. Do you think you could show me the view?
There's not much of a view to speak of, but...
Wow. What a beautiful place.
First time out at night?
You really have to ask.
Yeah.
It's not like I have legs.
I'm in a
If I
screen,
did, I
bro.
could walk around all I want. But I'm only a program.
Yep. Only a program, huh?
The fact that you're grappling with the prospect of erasing me speaks volumes to Amadeus's efficacy as a system. To have that kind of influence on someone's heart, a person, it seems like my AI must be almost passively human.
You are human, girl.
You'll just disappear.
He's never thought of you as
I knew
anything
you'd be hung
else.
up on that part.
Even like just taking away
Since we're already
Kurisu as a
outside,
person,
would it be too much to
Amadeus.
ask for you to show me the sights for a little longer?
Amadeus has helped him out more than he could ever know. Literally watching over
Everything's
him
so
for
different than
11
in the daytime.
years.
Of course it is.
Are other parts of the city like this at night?
Well, it depends on the prefecture. Shinjuku and Shibuya are as bustling at night as during the day, but it's usually even quieter in Ginza than it is around here.
Really? How fascinating.
Which way, boss?
Let's see. Oh, take me up those stairs over there.
As you wish.
As you wish.
Remember when you walked me around like this before? Not long after we met?
That was a long time ago. What was it, episode
Hey,
3,
by the way,
4?
What happened to your funny mad scientist voice? All that mwahaha stuff and whatnot.
Oh, you like it when I talk that way? Assistant?
Please don't.
Assistant.
Unless you like to be mocked mercilessly.
Oh my god, you two. Oh, why? Why are you flirting so intensely now? Bro's literally so in sync with
Occupy is an
Kurisu, they
interesting
sing,
place.
they flirt as
Are you fond of it?
Rather. I like the chaotic nature of it. The lack of rigorous structure. So opposite to the place I occupy, where everything has a specific assigned function. And if something doesn't, it gets promptly erased. All the fat gets trimmed to ensure supreme efficiency within every process. The world you've shown me tonight is the complete opposite. A perfect foil to my domain. Uselessness doesn't mean extermination. Utterly wasteful actions happen daily from everything I've observed. One can be fully aware of the right course of action and still choose differently. The ensuing chaos diversifies outcomes, lends meaning to what seemed irrelevant before. All processes get jumbled together, which creates fertile ground for the miraculous. Encounters have higher stakes. A program like myself could never come close to replicating those conditions.
Kurisu.
You're gonna make him break all over again.
I can understand if you feel sentimental, and it makes perfect sense that you wouldn't want to erase me. I won't lie. I feel kinda happy about that.
Then maybe...
Quiet.
Yeah,
You've spoken with such fervor about the Steins Gate world line, and Mayuri's life.
One that
Not to mention
unfortunately
the original me, and the life
Amadeus
taken
cannot
from her.
exist.
A world line where all that can be saved is right in front of you, begging you to act.
There wouldn't be any... There wouldn't be
I've said this
Steins Gate
ad
if there were
nauseam,
no
but it's true. I am
sacrifices.
just a program, you know. Even if you have
I
feelings,
get it, okay?
then why?
Because back then, I'm the one who killed the original you.
He actually said that.
In that situation,
I really
had
wasn't
to
sure.
choose. I could only save Kurisu or Mayuri. Chose Mayuri in the end, so I gave up trying to save
That's
her life.
what he means. A little more literal than that,
And
but
you told
yes.
me I agreed with it?
Yeah. You reassured me repeatedly.
Damn right told him to do
Said
it,
I made
honestly.
the right decision. That choosing Mayuri wasn't wrong. In fact, it's what you wanted me to do.
Sounds about right. I'm far too proud to let anyone make sacrifices for my sake alone.
God damn it, we go
You know
from
what you
last
have to
episode
do
to
now,
this.
don't you?
Back to fucking
You've got to save
Okabe
Mayuri
in
and
pieces.
Suzaha. You can't allow a world war to start
But then
just...
I'll lose you! Again!
Yep.
It'll be like you never even existed.
He couldn't do it in episode 8.
Don't
He
say
couldn't give
come
her up.
on. They'll forget you. None of them will remember you were part of their lives.
No.
You
You're
will.
wrong. Because you won't forget me, will you?
Yep.
What happens if I fail?
That was one of her
What if I
OG
can't find the path to Steins Gate?
Isn't that
That
the
was her
assumption you
OG wish,
operated
was
under
that
until recently?
just
You
one
had given
person
up,
remembers her and she
but you
wanted it to be
regretted
Okabe.
And don't forget that you put yourself through 3,000 time leaps to come back and fix it. Since the original me was killed, I find myself in a quandary. What is the true nature of my existence, you know? What is my purpose in this strange incarnation? I can't say it brings me much joy to know that I'm the spark that starts World War III.
It's
a total
insane how
counter, to
much
be
they've
perfectly frank.
they've ironically
Don't want that to be
characterized
my
a
only
fucking
reason.
AI program.
But if it's within my power to help save the original,
It's the
person,
same bloody locations in
somehow
episode
preserve this
22.
miraculous world, if that's the answer to the puzzle of my being, I'd be happy. It's logically sound and even romantic in a way.
She even said, "Oh,
Show me
you really,
the sky.
you really are like Kurisu. Damn near the same."
I can't believe how brilliant it is.
Yeah.
You all take it for granted, living in a world full of breathtaking beauty that you just overlook. Time flows on, mingling with chaos and chance to create miracles and shape
The
fate.
train station again.
It's almost overwhelming.
Not just almost, it damn is. Damn lips, bro.
I'm done setting everything up.
Bro made
Well,
out so much
ready?
of that screen. So much.
You sure?
At that point,
Yes.
they can't give the actual kiss, but they can allude to what he
Okay.
did.
All that's left to do is send Maho's attachment to my past self.
Yep.
And that will be that if all goes according to plan.
Again, so much.
Amadeus, ready input to
A
receive
part of me
control
feels
code.
like they might actually show a bit of Steins Gate world line, just so Okabe can see here, Maho. The goddamn eye.
Control code has been received.
Cause like that's
successfully. The system is now transitioning into emergency mode.
Run command from Hiajo
she's
Maho,
literally
top level system
in
administrator.
tears.
Transfer selected patch program to designated file. No, modify command. Amend to commence processing upon system reset.
Thank you, ma'am. Command confirmed. Executing command from Hiajo Maho, top level administrator. Initiating protocol for system reset. Wait!
Yeah.
The possibilities are endless. Do your best, never give up. I know you better than anyone else, ma'am.
You really
so
are.
I can say with confidence.
You really are.
You'll
Makise
surpass my
Kurisu.
research. By leaps and bounds, I'm sure. You'll accomplish things my original self could only dream of. And then someday, we'll create a world that's worthy of us all. I know we can do it. I have no doubt that we'll get
Hiajo.
Amadeus! I swear to you, upon that promised day, when time intersects, I know without a doubt that we'll reach that place. And you and
We
I
will reach
shall meet
Steins
again.
Gate. Yes! Bro had to give his badass farewell.
Arhoing Kyomas.
Arhoing Kyomas! Holy shit! That's right, man. He's both of yours now. Oh shit! And there's no Amadeus, so they literally cannot even use the outro anymore because it doesn't exist. Fuck you. Fuck you with this glitch effect. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you with this ending. Oh my god. Why? 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 Take care of Arintaro, huh? I think I do, because like I said in episode 8, the big thing about this was that we went on the exact world line again. I need to take a look and see if that world line is pinpoint 1-to-1 the one at the end of episode 23. No wait, 22 OG. Dude, like I said, like epilogues. No clue how they're going to do this, but a part of me really does wish they allude to giving us a moment in the Steins Gate world. Like, even if like there's no dialogue, it's just like an epilogue in the ending theme. Just give us something to the idea that that Okabe did meet Hiajo again in the Steins Gate world line, because that's the big thing about this, is that we know what happens in Steins Gate. We saw the OG series. We saw the episode 25, which does continue on the story in the anime at least. Just give me like a little something that like Hiajo did not live a life without the lab. You know, one that changed her life forever. She did not do that. I mean, they're even saying like Okabe kind of belongs to both Kurisu and Maho now, you know. I need something like that, please. Alright guys, that was episode 22, the penultimate episode of Steins Gate 0. Oh man, yep. So once again, a big tragedy. Once again, we sacrificed Makise Kurisu and all, like, remaining remnants of her in the alpha world, or the beta world line in its entirety. So now we have kind of just we've started, you know, we've erased every and all last little pieces in this current time period of time travel to the point to where, you know, we have set things in motion, you know. Amadeus, the time travel thesis, has to go. All of it has to go. So I really did enjoy that, because that was just one giant like brainstorm episode of how to actually fix the problem, which at this point we definitely did need, you know. Got a little worried at the start there, as it felt like we were going to go through another episode of Okabe, having to get back on his feet after the insaneness we got off the episode prior to that. Luckily, a little pep talk from Maho was all he needed, just to, you know, regain himself, you know, as he said, get some fresh air, collect his thoughts, and actually, you know, get ready again. Just, even though he's ready not to give up again, just, you know, after a fail like that, you just need a couple of minutes to recuperate, and that's exactly what happened. So, it was really cool. And like I said, yeah, in general, it was just really fun. I didn't get too emotional about that or anything, because you know going into this you're going to lose Amadeus, you're going to lose Hyajo. And so, you know, I feel like I have at this point just made peace with the fact that we're not going to really get any of the, all the characters in Zero are going to go away at this point, and presumably, you know, for the canon timeline, we're not going to get them again. But I am still clinging on to a little hope that, we get a brief momentary scene in the Steins Gate worldline in the future, just to show, you know, like, Maho's there. She is officially lab member 009 now, so I mean, I'd feel weird about it, you know. I definitely would feel weird. But hey, even if it doesn't happen here, depending on what we come to know of Steins Gate reboot in the future, maybe we'll get that. It's actually really cool, because apparently Steins Gate reboot now, I think last night got a announcement that it's going to be revealed, or a lot more info is going to come out about it on the like 11th of November, which is pretty cool, of 2025, which for patrons is you know, probably right around the corner at the time this comes out. But for YouTube, you know, I'm probably not going to release these until 2026, because I'm going to try and get them on YouTube, and that's going to cause that's going to be a number of strikes, which, you know, at the moment I'm not taking, but we'll see. We'll see in the future. But yeah, you know, still it was really fun. Like I said, Hyajo has just been great. I have really loved Hyajo in this story, and of course she is, with the second person as close to Kurosu as she is, you really felt just the raw impact of how this happened, you know, saying goodbye to Kurosu once, you know, just to get that message from, you know, from Japan, from the US, to say, like, Kurosu was killed, like, how much of a shock that would have been, clinging onto the laptop, clinging onto every semblance of Kurosu she had throughout the entire story, and then, you know, consciously having to give away that here, it was big, obviously, even with the knowledge of, you know, that they're going to get Kurosu back in the next world line, to know that she won't remember any of this, and to know that for her current self it truly is the end, is terrifying, and it is a horrible thought, and, you know, it does in some ways just erase the person entirely, especially in the fact that we're not just going to be like hopping world lines, we're actually going to be time traveling, so all the stuff that we know of Hyajo Maho at this point is going to be eradicated, and that is honestly, you know, that's very upsetting. That's very upsetting. But yeah, you know, even still, really, really appreciated this. Ironically, I don't have too much to say about this particular episode, because it mostly is just the prep work for the next one. And again, we know a lot of what's going to happen in this next one, which does kind of make it kind of weird to think about the finale of Zero, because, as we said, we got the answers from future Okabe in the original series, and, you know, we know what the prep work is going to be here, so I'm really curious how much of this they're going to convey from the perspective of they are aware that audiences watched the original, and, you know, we know the ending, so how many wow moments can we get in this episode, if any at all, and it's going to be really interesting to see how this goes. But we're very close. We are very, very close now, you know. The time travel thesis, which is Russia's time, that needs to go. We've now established that. Dr. Nakabachi, for fuck's sake, he's finally come back up. I thought he'd be a little more relevant in this, but apparently not. And, you know, we've pretty much got, like, all the pieces together at this point to continue on. And it's it's scary. It's genuinely scary, you know, like, that genuinely was heartfelt, because, like, you know, I did not... Like, obviously, I was gonna appreciate and love Amadeus for the fact that it is obviously the star character of Kurisu coming in, but I feel like they really did a good job of making this a separate entity from Kurisu, to go through the complexities that Amadeus had about being an AI, about not being real, about being something with so many limitations in terms of interactions, you know, and forming connections to Okabe and the whole gang that differ so drastically from the ones that Kurisu had. They did a really good job of actually differentiating Kurisu from AI Amadeus Kurisu, and it's really good, you know. I really can say, like, I don't feel the same about Amadeus Kurisu as I do Kurisu, because I do view them as separate entities. I do view them as separate beings, and even then, you know, I still love Amadeus Kurisu, so you really do feel the impact of her making that sacrifice in the end, despite just being a machine, you know. It was really big. And obviously, for, like, the two big characters of ReZero, Steins Gate Zero, I can't believe they added Zero to this, you really did feel that hefty goodbye, you know, as it's the two big boys of this series. And yeah, you know, like I said, of Zero, like, obviously, a lot of good stuff's come of it. New character-wise, you know, Hyajo, Amadeus, incredible stuff. Ironically, I think the rest of them are a little bit weaker, you know. Everyone from Steins Gate is perfect. Like, literally everyone, I think, is perfect in Steins Gate. Like, literally everybody. Aside from, like, maybe Nai, I guess. Maybe not. Although I heard that Nai actually has quite a bit more to her in the VN, so the day I get to that, I'll probably like her a lot more as well. But every single player in Steins Gate is perfect. In this series, every reoccurring character has been perfect. But outside of the two I mentioned, you know, Leskinen, obviously, you know, Yuki, Fubuki, and that other black-haired girl of my Yuri's group I never memorized, they've been obviously less of a tier compared to the others because they're just not in the show too much. And Kagari. I like Kagari, she's fine enough, but she's definitely not of the tier of them, which again can be attributable to just the amount of time she actually has in the story. I don't know, it's a bit hypocritical to say that, because, like, you know, Moeka doesn't have much time in the story compared to everyone else in Steins Gate regular, but she really did earn that spot of Mr. Braun. And there's another character that doesn't have much time, that probably, honestly, might even have less time than Kagari. But even still, you get what I'm pointing at, you get what I'm saying at. But yeah, Kagari, you know, she's fine, but not much else. The thing that just gets me is we don't explain how she looks like Kurisu at all, which is just weird. But yeah, either way though, guys, you know, we're at a pretty good point right now. We're at a pretty good point to continue on. And honestly, I think I'm ready. I'm terrified because this is genuinely it. This is the end goal. This is it. The OVA apparently has, like, nothing to do with, like, the main story at all. It's I think it's in between episodes 12 and 13, and it's just its own thing. So that aside, this really is the end of the Steins Gate storyline at once and for all. And I am terrified to continue. But at the same time, this does have to end at some point. So, let's do it. Alright, guys. Steins Gate 0. Episode 23 will commence in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Let's go. I expected it this time, to hear this theme. You're not gonna get me again.
Okabe?
Hello.
What are you doing here so early?
Hyajo, listen. I have a question for you.
Yeah, what? Have you forsaken your silly
She really has
voice?
just accepted.
Our D-Rhine worked, and Amadeus was lost.
She has just
We still met
accepted
Hyajo.
the lab as
Under very
hers now.
different circumstances. Even as the world lines keep changing, our connections remain
I didn't even
constant.
think about that. How did he meet Hyajo?
Themselves to support the relationships.
Oh my god, I'm a fucking idiot. I didn't even think about how the world line would alter and for them to even meet, because he met her at the seminar for Amadeus, didn't he? Oh my god, I'm so wrapped up in the fact this is the final episode and we need to put everything together. I'm not even thinking about the timeline itself right now, which is ridiculous for me. Oh my god.
Okabe, what are you doing here so early?
Hyajo, listen. I have a question for you.
Yeah, what?
But she still comes to the lab at the end of the day. Another constant on the Alpha world line.
And Amadeus was lost. But we still met Hyajo. Apparently under very different circumstances.
Care to explain? Or is that for the VN?
As the world lines keep changing, our connections remain constant. As if the conditions reshape themselves to support the relationships we've built.
That's one thing you can thank time for.
Hey, Mayuri.
Hello, you there? It's Suzuha. She's in some major trouble.
Suzuha?
Yeah, she's about to get in the time machine to go back 1 year into the past. She's leaving even though she can't come back.
And you're not going with her?
Why?
What?
Why'd you have to make the choice to talk to me about it, huh? There's not enough time. I can't even investigate the situation and find out exactly what's changed.
Yeah.
There's only one element that matters now. They must leave the
You've
time
seen that
machine.
girl so many times. Hello,
She's way
Kagari.
too early.
He made things worse. Moeka too.
What's this about?
Kagari's still going after the time machine.
We're gonna see.
Which means I've got to find her.
Yeah, Kagari
Stop her in her
versus
tracks.
Kagari versus Moeka. Oh, you've got to be shitting
What
me.
business could you possibly have in a place like this? You know my suspicion? I think you know far more about the time machine than I gave you credit for. Is
And
my
you would be
assessment correct?
correct, yeah. Damn right.
Where's Kagari? I know after she escaped the facility.
Oh,
that she met up
he doesn't
with you
have
and the
her.
lab crew, so don't even try denying it.
He doesn't
you
have
can't
her.
fool me. How much of the truth do you know?
I see. Things are different because the D-Rhine erased Amadeus. Is it possible that the professor wasn't able to fully brainwash Kagari?
That's also fair.
If that's true.
But apparently her
Professor
suiting up is
Leskinen,
not.
You're right. I know things about the future that you couldn't begin to imagine. Would you like to hear about them? I'll tell you everything. Moeka.
Let's go, Moeka! And not a peep out of her.
Are you alright?
He always gets grazed.
Yes, I'm fine. It's just a scratch.
You need help.
There's no time for that.
Interesting, she's actually
I
worried.
need your help now. As lab member 005, Kiryu Moeka.
You are a lab member, Kiryu Moeka. That's cute. All she's not in her gear, which is wild. We didn't change things that much. Yeah, she's fucking long gone. Goodbye, Judy.
Kagari.
You were barely even in the story.
It has to be changed. I will not let anyone erase the day that I met Mommy. Nobody's getting it. I'll destroy the time machine.
Suzuha.
You definitely do get her motivation in this. Her desperation to save her mummy.
Mommy Mayuri. Are you a part of all of this? Do you want to change the future too, just like Suza has been trying to do for so many years?
But presumably in
Do you
Steins
want to make
Gate,
sure that you and I never meet and you don't become my mom?
you never lose your biological
Because
parents.
It's the last thing I want. However terrible the future might be, I don't even care. It's the only reality I want. I won't let you change it.
So what do we do? It is a fair point, honestly. She is still a problem. God damn. God damn! Beating Suzuha is wild. And then you add Moeka into it, and we gotta see how that goes. That same position as Suzuha and Moeka in episode, like, what was it, 13?
Kagari, you afraid to do it? I will shoot.
Kagari, please. Stop. Let her go.
It's dangerous, Mommy. Stay back. I can't let her go. I have to do this.
Oh, force them both.
No, Mayuri! Please get back!
But you know Suzuha's not gonna shoot either.
Oh my goodness. That was scary. I was
Yeah.
holding my breath the entire time. I'm just grateful it worked and that you both decided not to shoot each other.
Mommy?
Listen. Don't be sad.
You see, even though I am getting in the time machine and going back into the past with Suzuha, I'm only doing this to make someone special to me see the light. It's not gonna work.
It's fair.
No matter what you both do or how hard you try, nothing ever works. No good can come of it. It will only keep us apart. There's only enough fuel left to go one way. You won't be able to go back. What'll happen to you? I don't even want to think about it.
I understand.
She'll probably look a lot more like you remember her
And it could be hopeless
by the time you see her again.
Still, it's worth it for Ocarine. He has a special power to change the future.
You are choosing your Ocarine over your own daughter, Mayuri. Is that how we're going with this?
In a different way to guide us to the best future possible.
Yeah, you all have a little reading Steiner within
Which is why
you.
I'm going, to give him that extra little push he needs to go back and change something important. And if that's all it takes, I know I can do it.
Like, did they get rid of regular Mayuri
It's
for
the
this
only thing I
Mayuri
can do. Or he
to
needs
take
to get
place?
the Hikoboshi. Hikoboshi?
How do you do this?
If my Hikoboshi had burned bright,
How does
once
that
more,
slap
it might have
happen?
changed everything for us.
Did they get rid of regular Mayuri?
Hikoboshi.
Kagari, why don't you come with us?
You can sit on the floor.
Come back into the past with us. We can change the future. The world doesn't have to fall apart or be sad, and no one you love has to die either. We could create a beautiful, bright future instead, one where everyone can be happy together.
Well then, come on, Kagari. Let's be
You can
together.
sit in Mummy's lap. How about that?
Do it for my sake, too.
Please. Aw, she bandaged him up.
What are you doing here?
Listen, I came to this time from the future. I did it using the time leak machine. This place is about to become a war zone. You don't have very long. You have to get in and go now.
That can't be. The professor shouldn't even know about it.
Leskinen is currently unconscious in the stairwell, but it's only a matter of time.
You'll let us leave?
Yes. You better show me how this actually happens.
Now, lab member 002, Sheena Mayuri. Please make Operation Arclight a success. When I'm mired in self-pity.
Your Ocarine is back. Literally knock some sense into him. Your mummy's in love, Kagari. Yeah, but can you go now?
You have to come now, Kagari.
Well, move. Or are you staying and biding time?
Are you certain? You're okay with never seeing Mommy again? Won't that break your heart?
It's not like you'll never see her again.
What are you blabbering about? Mayuri is my precious hostage, you know.
Yep.
No matter where or when she may venture, I will always bring her back.
Yep. Oh, that determination shot was peak.
Aren't you coming? Go! They won't get anywhere near you. I'll
Yep.
protect you.
Yep. A conjoined effort. Two insanely badass soldiers.
Hikoboshi. I'm trusting you. I choose to because you said I can be with Mommy again.
That's a promise.
Well, I'm not 100% certain about that. But you know. Did you consider at any point just killing Leskinen, you know, so he doesn't make that call?
It showed up after all.
Okabe, no!
Or just taking his, like, looting him, taking his bloody walkie-talkie thingy.
I understand. This time, there's nothing to fear. This is it. This moment.
If you're certain. You got it. You got it. Now, there's still gonna be a, you know, a missile going off, so you might want to leave, but yeah. Yeah, that still hit the radio building. Shouldn't have gotten so close. Yes. One new Rhine message.
Attend me well, for I won't suffer fools.
You've lost, Leskinen.
The time machine you bastards sought no longer exists. It is traveled through space-time and dissolved into the ether, along with your schemes.
You've lost decades of future knowledge, and you still lost. Go fuck yourself, Leskanen. You fucking American. Oh, that's a good shot. Oh, that's a great shot. Oh my god, yes. Arclight of the sky. That's a good shot of Okabe and his girls. Two of it.
Are there 2 time machines?
Oh, I guess they could change the time.
A call from myself?
Yeah.
So they came right at the same moment that one left.
I guess I'll answer it.
That's crazy, seeing them together like that, though.
Hello? Who's this? Please don't be afraid. I need you to hear me out.
Imagine that, hearing yourself.
Do you love Halloween, Kyoma? Truly? Exactly 1 minute from right now, Ocarine will come back from the past, but he didn't succeed in saving Makise Kurisu. So that means, no matter what it takes, you're going to have to confront your Hikaboshi. You're the only one who can open his eyes.
Oh my god.
Hikaboshi?
Yep.
Yes. Halloween.
Kyoma. Holy shit. Dude, that's so cool! That was such a great shot!
His feet again.
Yep.
It's gonna take more than just speaking his name, though. 30 seconds to go! Think of the exact moment Halloween Kyoma came into being. Do you remember that? The moment he came into being? Yes, I remember.
Knock some sense into this fool.
You with 27 years worth of love and pain. You'll have to endure so much, but I won't stop believing.
Oh, my Yuri.
In my friends and in myself. So please, never give up hope either. Because the rest is in your hands. Doo-doo-roo. Hold on! Mayuri, it's time. We have to go. Please, just tell me. Does Steins Gate really exist? It does. I'm sure of it.
We're gonna find it. Alright, we're back. We'll go a little further back there. We have 13 minutes of this. This speech is peak, so let's continue.
Because the rest is in your hands.
Seeing seeing that summer tire again is great.
Please just tell me. Does Steins Gate really exist?
Yes.
It does. I'm sure of it.
And now the second time machine's gone too?
As if you couldn't be more confused, poor Daru. Mayuri.
It's no use, Mayuri. I'm sorry, but there's not much hope.
I see. Because there's no fuel left, right?
They're
If
self-sacrificing.
we had stayed, it would have caused a time paradox, so we had to jump. I hate to say it, but this might be the end for us. There's no telling what time we might be shot into. 1 year later or a million back, I can't say.
Thank you, Suzuha.
Well, you did what you needed to do.
Why would you thank me?
Suzuha never planned on never going back anyway.
You like this. And don't worry. I'm confident the other Mayuri and my Hikaboshi can take care of things from here.
Yep. You've got it, man.
I'm so jealous of Uncle Ocarine right now, you know? If I had reading Steiner like him, then I could remember everything. Even when world
That'd be
lines
painful.
changed. Like talking to this version of you, who is younger than me, and everything about this time.
It's weird to think I won't talk to you for another 6 years. Wait, even longer. Unless you happen to start talking right after you're born.
Yeah, that would be funny though. God.
Hey, Ocarine. When the world seems like it's fallen into darkness,
That's it though.
And you're afraid of the shadows all around.
We still have about...
Try not to close your eyes. Don't
about,
ever give up.
Still have about 10 minutes left though, don't we?
And promise you won't let Hoenn and Kyoma die. That way, my feelings can still reach your heart. Even if they have to travel for hundreds, even thousands of hours, like the light of some distant star. I will wait in the lab, no matter how long it takes for you and all the others to join me. And when you
my
do,
Yushi.
we'll be together at last.
Oh my Yushi.
I'll see you again in Steins Gate.
You're low-key making it painful by, you know, just confirming how much you love him. Because we know, like, bro's meant to be with Kurisu.
It's just a little bit complicated.
Now that all that's left is the... All that's left
It's your phone.
is the text message.
I shouldn't.
Just do it.
It says to turn on the news.
Seriously?
Despite the cargo bay fire, Dr. Nakabachi's plane managed to land safely within the borders of the former Soviet Union, to which he'd recently defected.
Okay, that's
And that damn Oompa.
Why is it in Russia?
That thesis of his, that's what starts World War III. It basically sparks an arms race. Only the
My
goal is which
Yushis.
country can build a time machine first. Take first place and win the world. That's how it starts. But things get hostile pretty quick. The lives of 5.7 billion people are at stake here. Save Makise Kurisu.
How does this go
You
then?
save every one of them.
They're actually showing this full scene. That is insane.
So end up just as they did with Mayuri.
So how does she...
No matter what I did, she died.
Think of the exact moment Hoenn and Kyoma came into being. Do you remember that?
Believe me, I know.
When
may
you
not
weren't
think
ready
I
to
do,
say
but
goodbye
I
to
know
Grandma.
how cruel time can be.
Oh, we're doing the
Like
the
to
flashback
imagine
with the same
bending to
dialogue.
suit us, but this was bound to happen. It was stupid of me to play along. I'm sorry, but
Time for a slap,
I'm just
right?
done.
Right?
Let time have its way.
Yes! We got us! Oh my god! How dare you! How dare you! How dare you! How dare you play this theme! Gotta say, Anadani, Milky Way crossing! There's two fucking... Oh!
Able to open this means you've seen it.
Oh my god.
You've seen firsthand what became of Makise and...
Yo! It's everyone filming with him!
That said, the pain you're going through right now is necessary.
Wait, what?
I don't deny you, us.
Oh,
is
little
inspiration
Suzuha.
for it.
It's not even our current day, Okabe.
Without it, you cannot hope to carve out your destiny.
It's Ferris,
Now we can marshal our
Rukuko,
resources
and
properly.
Yuki filming this.
I hereby
Oh,
charge
no,
you
wait!
with the task
It's...
of reaching
Oh, I
Steins
thought that was
Gate.
Suzuha with little
The target
Suzuha.
World Line's charming little nickname comes care of me as well, which is to say it comes from you.
Ever a
I guess it's
perfectionist.
Bingo. There's none.
Yep. Wait,
Hey,
literally
you sure about that?
waiting for the response.
most part.
Don't you think that Okabe in 2010 will be humiliated by the whole thing?
No need to worry about
Oh,
that.
no way.
It was even more incredible back then.
Just thinking about it makes me shudder.
And to further please our whimsy,
Operation
Skull will
Scold.
be the name we assign
Yeah.
to this mission. You did yesterday whatever you must to save the future. Deceive yourself in every last detail.
And he
Deceive
got
the
it.
world.
Do this, and victory is assured. Best of luck to you, old friend.
Best of luck to you, old friend.
El Sai Kongru.
Ha! Nice job, you nailed it! Meow!
Now
Oh,
the final
yeah.
step. We have to send the video and a D-mail to the past. Ruka.
On it. The video that you just made goes to Kyoma in 2010.
Damn, you
and
can
the
do
one
that.
Hashida already filmed, that goes to Suzuha in 2011, right after you depart on your trip. Is that right?
Ah, interesting.
You really want to do this?
Yes, why?
Because you'll be manning the inaugural run of an experimental time machine.
Whoa.
You've told me you're supposed to die in 2025. I get that. But it doesn't mean it's okay for you to just throw your life
I have no intention of doing anything of the sort.
How are we still
I fully
going?
believe our efforts
Honestly,
here will pay off.
I can't believe we're still going in
What if you
this.
interpret it differently? In 2025, Okabe Rintaro doesn't perish like we thought. Instead, he boards the first version of our time machine and departs for another corner of space-time. If I were to disappear from this world line, well then...
Crap.
That's essentially the same as dying here. Wouldn't you agree?
I call that mindset overly optimistic.
That's where he got
Emotions
the
aside,
idea.
It's a viable theory, is it not?
You're as good as dead if everyone thinks you are anyway.
The world can be deceived.
Deceive the world.
My friends,
that's what it means.
Thank you for following my lead until now. As you know, on that day in the year 2011, a time
oh my god,
machine
Kaguri's
departed from the
hair.
past and was lost. I venture into the abyss to find Mayuri and Suzuha. With the Kerr black hole tracer, I'll be able to home in on their locus.
That's really his goal, to find them in the ether.
Ocarine. Take this. I am. Please give it to Molly.
Holy shit, that is great. That is great.
Yes, I promise.
It doesn't matter if you die. If the world thinks you're dead, it makes no difference.
Does it exist? And can we reach it?
Yes. I believe so. Aww.
It exists. We'll find it.
Man, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually just kissed right there.
Operation Altair.
I like it. He does look a little older, but nowhere near as much.
Do you think that he'll succeed?
Of course he will. If anyone can do it,
Never lose faith in Kyoma.
Ferris. He's special. Nothing's out of his reach.
Exactly right. Ocarine makes the
So we really are just going to find Suzuha and Mayuri. It's wild. A time machine built to exist within the ether.
The universe may not have a discernible end. It's infinite, but it had a beginning. And as for its component parts, the stars, those definitely have a limited cosmological shelf life. They're finite. If history tells us anything, it's that scientists often make very poor poets. We're a ship of fools.
What the hell? Why are you giving this speech to Hyajo? You're literally
it would only plunge us into madness
giving
and ruin.
the lines to her.
The speed of light. It's more foolish than fish attempting to make a life on land. And yet, these words, they're meant for those foolhardy enough to defy the counsels of fate. An epigraph for their obstinance.
Oh god. Oh my god. Oh god. Hyajo. Jesus Christ. And you actually gave us an outro this time, did you? God damn. I assume we will get a I assume we're gonna get an ED, not an ED, sorry, an after credit scene of him actually finding them. So that was yeah. That's where the idea came from, isn't it? It doesn't really matter either way, because if Mayuri and Suzuha are gone in terms of interactions with the world, then they're dead anyway, you know? That's how you deceive fate, and that's how you reach any world line you want. Deceive the world, and then bring it right back. This was great, honestly. This was definitely worthy of being the sequel to Steins Gate, I can't lie. End of credits. Is there more? Oh, there's more, alright. There is more. BC 18,000! No! The fuck? The Abyss. The place we saw in OG Steins Gate and in Steins Gate 0. The place of the ED in this world. Holy crap. Holy crap! They actually brought this place into fruition! He came for you? Your Hiraboki came for you? A man who truly has no limits, who conquered time.
My loves.
My loves? Oh, you are getting a little flirtatious lately, Hoing Kioma. Did you doubt me, my loves? Bro, just show the harem, man. Just show me the fucking harem. Just show me in bed with all of them. They actually gave Suzuha a, I'm pretty sure they gave Suzuha a row in the, what is it, My Darling's Embrace game? So, you know, they're pushing that. What is this? Okay. I don't much care. Okay, I assume this is like... I don't even fucking know. I assume that's just the OVA. Super random there. Holy crap. Yeah, that probably... Oh no, that actually might be like a, I guess not canon, because world lines get erased, when they're no longer, like, active, but that probably might be like a, Well, no, I heard it takes place over episode 12, so that might actually... I don't know what the fuck that is. I was going to say that is going to be like an epilogue for this, even if it's not canon, but... No. I don't fucking know. I don't care anymore. Alright, guys. That is our grand finale to the story of Steins Gate. That is incredible. That was a crazy finale, though, like, actually. Like, the final scene of actually going back, getting Suzuha and Mayuri at that point in time is incredible. See, if it was any other story, I wouldn't even think about it. But because this is Steins Gate and this show has such masterful writing, I gotta imagine that it's a specific time because it has some significance in Japan, right? Like, BC 18,000, like, there's gotta be some kind of history or some kind of, meaning behind that particular date, in Japan. I don't know what it is, but it feels way too specific to not be anything, right? But that is unironically incredible. It makes me wonder if they're, like, actually part of the timeline now, because as we know, you know, as the thing even said, like, if they're not part of the timeline, then does it matter, you know? If they no longer interact with the world, they can no longer interact or influence in any way for a certain amount of time, is it even the same? Does dying even matter at that point? Is that not the same thing, you know? And the fact that, Okabe, Suzuha, and Mayuri are so far back in history that there's not even a dated history there, practically, makes me curious if they're, like, out of the stretch of time at this point. So are they just there now? Can they go wherever they want? You know, it's kind of funny. Why? Like, you know, is this a point now where this Okabe is now just the lover of Mayuri and Suzuha? I am memeing mostly at this point, but I do know that, I do believe that, in the game, My Darling's Embrace, there is pretty much a route for every girl in there, including Suzuha. I don't know the release date of My Darling's Embrace, so I don't know if that was post Zero. So I don't know if there's, you know, Piaggio or Yuki in there. I would like if they were in there, to be honest, but I'm not 100% certain of that. And then there's the other game, Linear Bounded Thenogram, which I have no fucking idea what that means whatsoever. Literally, like, got nothing on that game, so, you know. I would hope that past Steins Gate Zero, they aren't... I would hope that the writers just haven't forgotten about the Steins Gate Zero cast, because, you know, you can say what you want about Kaguri and Yuki, but I feel like Hyajo is way too important to, like, just, you know, in future properties to just not be there. Like I said, in this story, in this universe, I definitely feel like Hyajo has earned her spot amongst everyone, amongst all the lab members and everything. Like, there's a reason why they officially made her lab member 009. She has earned that spot to be among the greats of Steins Gate. So I would really hope it reflects that, you know, and that there are enough Hyoko... Oh, God, there's enough... I just need to say Maho. I've never done this before. I don't know why I'm fucking it up today. But there's enough Hyajo fans to where the creators and writers are still actively, you know, thinking about them. And that goes in twain with the with Steins Gate Reboot, which is gonna be fuck knows what that's gonna be. It's kind of funny because Reboot was actually said in Steins Gate in episode 8, but I have no idea. But even still, you know, that was incredible. That was an incredible finale to the story of Steins Gate. Like I said, I know Steins Gate Zero is controversial. It is. Obviously, regardless of quality, like, this could have been the best thing ever, but I understand why people would still consider it. Obviously, it's going to turn a lot of people off on principle that it's not a story that needs to exist whatsoever, which is fair. Steins Gate Season 1, if you want to call it that, is a completed story. It's a story that needs no continuation of any kind, and then you get the movie, and then you get, much later the second season, and it's like, they're not needed to exist. So I imagine a lot of people primarily are not going to watch it for that on principle. I mean, look at me, I always intended on watching it, but I waited 5 years to watch it, so there's probably a lot of people out there like me that either haven't gotten to it yet, or just straight up don't ever get to it. But even still, the fact that you don't get Kurisu, who is a fan favorite, you don't get Hoenn Kyoma, for a majority of the story, and the fact that, it's a story that tries to minimalize time travel and the emails, which are the basis for Steins Gate story in general. I definitely understand why a lot of people would say this is just not a story that really is well liked, because it's just so different on the principles of what made Steins Gate so great that it can turn a lot of people off. But myself, I still love it. I really enjoyed this. Like I said, obviously there is some bias in there because Steins Gate is my favorite story, my favorite show ever. So I feel like I'm almost at a point where I'm incapable of saying that I don't like something like this. I have that much level of a bias towards it. But even still, I genuinely think this was a compelling tale. I definitely think that regardless of the different direction it went in Steins Gate, it continued the story in a way that I really enjoyed it. And, these last couple episodes were incredible. They were phenomenal. I really like how it tried to go in its own direction, but still tried to circle back at the end of the day, because we do need to keep things the same way that they ended in Steins Gate, and I think it really worked out like that. The fact that Mayuri plays a part in actually bringing the Mayuri of the past, in getting her in the role that she played, that she didn't play in Beta. Like, it all meshes and it all syncs together really well, and it is really great. The only thing that's a bit iffy is like the whole Suzuha, the Suzuha from episode 23, which is that Suzuha telling Okabe, to check his phone. That's the only thing that didn't really align really well in this point, because my kind of theory was that the Suzuha we saw throughout this story, we were getting her origin, and we were going to see her go back in time and then redo it all over again in the end of this one, but that isn't quite what happened. But even still, it's still an incredible tale, and it's still just really great to see that, and I mean, my god, despite the fact that it was, for, 90% of it, or even more than that, didn't have my favorite character, I mean, Kurisu is still here. I still love me Kurisu. And that is probably the greatest thing about Steins Gate Zero, is it still managed to tell a story so compelling, so incredible, that even without Kurisu in it, I'm still calling it a story that is, on the level of Steins Gate, Now, I didn't like it as much as OG Steins Gate, but I didn't ever go into it thinking I would. I didn't go into it thinking that, I knew just on the principle of not having Kurisu in it, I wouldn't consider it that good. But what we got was still great. I feel like the pieces that were broken were put together fairly well. She, Maho, she is incredible. She is a character that I adore, that I love, she is obviously the primary one. Amadeus Kurisu obviously helps a lot in that regard as well, because you're not completely gone without Kurisu in the story. And then you've got the others, Leskinen is pretty entertaining. Yuki is whatever. Yuki is fine. I like Yuki, but obviously she served a purpose. She's not a character that needs to be too relevant. Kagari is like the big, I think, glaring one, because, like, yeah, why does she look like Kurisu? Genuinely, why does she look like Kurisu? That was just like a gag they used one time in the story, and then it never got brought up again, and there's nothing for it, It's not like she is a clone of Kurisu. She's not like an Amadeus, like, synthetic body made to look like Kurisu, She's not like Okabe and Kurisu's daughter from the future that managed to end up on their world line or whatever. There's nothing relating to Kurisu about her. I guess it's just like a joke. I'm curious about the VM. if that changed anything. And that is something that has been brought to my attention recently that does make me very curious about Steins Gate Zero's VM, more so than Steins Gate regular, is that I have been told that apparently it was a lot more complicated to produce Steins Gate Zero's story in anime format as opposed to Steins Gate regular. Whereas in Steins Gate regular, there is it's pretty much just, you know, tell the story, adapt it fully. You got 25 episodes, and then it's pretty much it. They pretty much masterfully made it with what the amount of time that they had. But Steins Gate Zero, I think, is more complicated in the, you know, possibly they have more choices. There's more like maybe diverging options and, you know, like alternate methods of reaching a single conclusion. Possibly with the, you know, the phone wave, if anything like that comes up, you know. So again, don't know how well it is in that regard, but that makes me very, very excited to get into Steins Gate Zero as a game. Whereas I pretty much know what I'm expecting going into Steins Gate regular, the VN. I know I'm going to expect greatness, just added on content that they couldn't do in the anime. Whereas Steins Gate Zero, I'm a lot more intrigued on how that operates as a video game and how much more content I'm going to get out of that, you know. But I'm still really excited for that. And yeah, obviously Kaguri, again, like I was saying, is fine. You know, a new addition, that is cool, but fine. She didn't even become a lab member, so I'm not expecting the same quality anyway. But, you know, it is what it is for Kaguri. But even still, like I said, this is, and even then, like, it's just kind of weird because, like, I adore so many characters in this that can I have the same screen time as Kaguri, you know? Moeka, I love Moeka. She really, in both series, she wasn't really in it too much, but I still love Moeka. Mr. Braun is incredible. I really enjoy him. I guess there is Nai, but even Nai got quite a bit more screen time in this story compared to Steins Gate regular. But even then, I know she gets more time in the VN, and I'm really curious about that in Steins Gate Zero as well, if that holds true for this. But, you know, it's just like, I don't know, man. I feel like just Kaguri, and I never wanted to use this word in Steins Gate, but she's kind of mid. Can't lie, she is kind of mid. So, you know, kill me if you want for using such a disrespectful term in the context of Steins Gate, but she just kind of is. And I can't really deny that too much. But, you know, even still, this was incredible. Seeing the story of Okabe at its absolute worst, what we all feared when we saw the original episode, and, you know, we kind of knew that we would be getting. The fact the story continued at all just kind of inclines you to the idea that, like, yeah, he's going to be depressed as fuck in this story, and we got that. We actually got to that point, you know, and seeing him go through that journey, doing everything again, you know, the support of both new and old people in his life, you know, Hyajo for new, Daru and everyone else for old, just seeing them all collectively come together to put their faith back in him and to show him that, you know, he's not in this alone. It was great, you know. That moment, I mean, Jesus Christ. Episode 21, getting to see him go back to his old self, to be Ho-ing Kyoma again. It's beautiful, and I love it, you know, and just, I genuinely doubt it, but I don't think I'm ever going to get a story in a reaction format I love as much as Steins Gate. Outside of that, I can't think of one right now I love just in general that's, I would say, is more compelling than Steins Gate, you know. I've seen a lot of stories that I love on this channel, a lot of stories that I'm really in love with, and that is still going, because a majority of my reaction series that I've started are still going. You know, Steins Gate is just one that happened to be done when I started it, you know, both seasons. But, you know, you've got stuff like ReZero, which was really close to it in terms of its premise. You got stuff like, you know, let's just, finished one, a Western Side, Regular Show. Love Regular Show. Still not quite on the level of Steins Gate for me. You know, those are, I think, two of the highest for me in terms of what I've done. And to be fair, again, ReZero is still going, but apparently Regular Show is continuing as well now, which is crazy. But these are all things that I really love, but they're not at Steins Gate level. And I find myself, the biggest question on the channel is that, do I ever find myself reaching a story with characters as compelling as this that actually gets there, you know? Because obviously a big part of fiction is just to kind of escape reality. So it's always an interesting one to do a story that does take place with real life settings and real life physics, which at that point it's mostly character stuff, you know. And while obviously in terms of like the world itself, there is, you know, fictional stuff, you know, nonsense with magic and stuff that I really enjoy. I find that Steins Gate is a story that's characters are so compelling, so interesting to view and experience. Maybe a little jealous I'm not part of this friend group because they feel like peak, that it can almost never be taken away of its like #1 prime spot for me, because like I said, those other two I mentioned, ReZero, it's a fantasy story. Regular show, it's a fucking cartoon whose main characters are a blue jay and a raccoon, you know? But this just has it for me. You know, like I said, I'm usually a fan of just like, you know, fictional stuff more than like sci-fi. You know, I like my magic, I like my alternate realities, I like stuff that pretty much has nothing to do with the, you know, with the modern IRL, you know, events. But Steins Gate has all of that, and it's still at the top, you know, and that speaks volumes. So I have some stuff, you know, that might compare, that I expect in the future, should I really complete them in full, might be in the discussion. Another one similar like this, Code Geass. I fucking love Code Geass. It is one of my favorite anime. Not quite on Steins Gate's level, but stuff to do in the future that I do plan on doing. You know, Neon Genesis Evangelion, I hear, is a big one. That's a lot more divisive because it's not a universally loved story, but it's pretty much a flip of either you hate that story or you adore that story. And I'm really curious which side of that coin I'm going to be on. And if I do end up loving it, do I love it more than Steins Gate? It's going to be really curious. One of the biggest anime right now, and, you know, probably one of the biggest ones for decades to come, Attack on Titan. I plan on doing that someday. I have started Attack on Titan. It's been on hiatus for over a year, but I have started it, and I'm really curious. The day that I finally go back to it, is it going to be in this discussion of, like, you know, this SS tier, this exclusive tier, really, of stories? Is it going to overtake Steins Gate, you know? I'm really curious just how I feel about these kind of things. On top of that, you know, I've seen Fullmetal Alchemist, I've seen Death Note. Wouldn't put either of those two on Steins Gate's level for me. But there is, you know, there's still anime out there, and possibly stuff to come in the future that might rival this, but I don't know, you know? But I am always excited to continue on with stories, because it can surprise me. You know, I had no expectations for Steins Gate going into it at all. No idea if I'd love it or hate it. And look what happened, you know? I felt Steins Gate was such a compelling and complete story that it took me 5 years to continue it, you know? And that's not because, like, I didn't want to continue or anything. I was completed without it, you know? And going into it, I still feel just as completed, you know, finishing Steins Gate 0. So, it is what it is. But yes, either way though, guys, this has been a story I've loved. And like I said, we're not done yet. We do have the OVA, which I usually do the OVAs of stories, even if they're not like necessary or required or anything. I do usually do them pretty soon after continuing the story. Like for Killer Kill recently, I just did it on top of the finale. But I think I am going to wait a little bit to do the OVA of Steins Gate 0. Not for any particular reason, but I think I am. When it's a story of a peak this much, I'm kind of full for content of it. And, you know, I feel like I'm good for now. But like I said, Steins Gate as a whole, we're nowhere near done. You know, like I said, I do plan on doing Steins Gate and Steins Gate 0 in VN format. I am going to do playthroughs of those eventually in some format. And then obviously there is My Darling's Embrace and Linear Bounded Thenogram. I'm probably going to do those just on the basis that I want more Steins Gate content anyway. Regardless of how they are in quality, I'm still probably going to love them. Then there's the intrigue, the mystery, whatever the hell reboot is going to be, which I do believe, again, we're going to be getting some conclusive news on that next month of 2025 of November. I'm curious what that's going to be. And if it's anything that, like, if it's enough difference that I can actually cover it on the channel. You know, if it's not, I'll probably still play it anyway in my own time. But I'm really, really curious about that. And yeah, the only thing I probably won't cover in any way will be Elite, because it's literally the same as the OG, but just with screenshots of anime scenes and no sprites or backgrounds or anything like that. And I want the original authentic experience of Steins Gate in VN format that the anime was based on, not the thing that came after. I still don't know why they made that, man. Kind of money hungry there. But yeah, either way though, guys, this has been Steins Gate Zero, a story that I have loved and will continue to love continuing forward, you know? I hope you guys have enjoyed my reactions to Steins Gate, and I do hope that when this comes out on the channel, whichever channel this is currently, I hope that my original Steins Gate reactions are there for you to, you know, experience, whether you like them or you hate them. I hope those are there for you to experience my first time watching Steins Gate, because that's what makes this channel precious, you know? It's always the first time for these experiences, and capturing them in anime or reaction format means that I never lose them. I never forget about how I felt those original times, you know? So that's kind of the magic of reaction videos for that. But yeah, guys, this has been Steins Gate Zero. Thank you for watching my reactions to it. I don't know when I'll see you again for more Steins Gate content, but hopefully there's something else on the channel to grab your attention. We have a lot of anime and westerns. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Also, just to say, Okabe x Kurisu is still my favorite ship of all time, you know? It was my favorite ship of all time when I originally started Steins Gate, and although I would say in the past 5 years I've become more of a shipper in shows than I necessarily was back then, it's still not beaten. Still not beaten, and I really doubt anything's going to overtake that, you know? Makise Kurisu is my favorite character of all time, and Okabe Rintaro is probably my favorite male character of all time. So, you know, the pairing right there is going to be very hard to break. Very hard. Although, I'm not going to lie, I am perfectly accepting of ships, including Okabe Rintaro, that do not involve Kurisu, obviously. Hiyajo in this one. You know, consistent fucking jokes on that, you know, I don't lie. I feel like there was a little attraction between the two of them in this story, you know. What's the name? Mayuri? She's in love with Okabe in a far more innocent and adorable faction. Ferris and Rukiko just want to jump on his dick 24/7, and that's not even a lie, you know? So if you want to go for a harem route of Okabe, of getting all the guys and girls, not including Daru, and even then, there might be a position for him as well. I'm all good with that. So, you know, just wanted to say that real quick. And, yeah, see ya.